Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Davey Deathray here. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful Friday night. It is September 12th, just after midnight 15. So technically Saturday morning out on the East Coast, but out here in the hot heat of the hot Phoenix desert, it is just after 8:15 p.m. Thank you guys so much for joining me here tonight. We're gonna have fun tonight, guys. You know, last week we did the whole live Tiermaker ranking of 63 different horror franchises. It was wild. I only gave you guys 30 seconds to vote. It was my very first time ever running something like that on Tiermaker, so I learned a lesson or two. We're gonna give you guys a lot more time this go round. It's gonna be 90 seconds, so you guys will be able to vote. You'll be able to either praise the horror or the slasher villain or talk a little bit of shit if you want to. And yes, we're gonna specifically make it about slasher villains because, oh my gosh, there are so many other. We could do creature features next time around. We can do more supernatural kind of villains that aren't really of the slasher variety. We're gonna have a blast tonight, guys. Thank you so much again for joining me, whether you're watching live or maybe you're watching after the fact. Unfortunately for you folks that are watching after the fact, you won't be able to vote, but you can always jump down into the comments. Let me know your thoughts on each one of these slasher villains, where you would put them, all that kind of fun stuff. Whether or not you're watching live or after the fact, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share the channel with someone who you think would dig this kind of content because, guys, we are trying to get up to 2,000 subscribers by Halloween, and right now we are at 1,740 subscribers. How about that? So you guys have been amazing. Thank you so much for, sharing the channel, liking the streams, all that kind of great stuff. You guys are just the fucking best. So thank you so much. Really quick before we get going and I say what's up to everybody, just want to let you know the link to do the voting is pinned in the chat, so that's where you'll find it. And we've also got a poll going just to figure out, what you guys think is the slasher franchise that reigns supreme. So the options are Halloween, Friday the 13th, A Nightmare on Elm Street, and Scream. And so far we've got 13 votes. I'll let that kind of marinate for a little bit as we go on through the night, and we'll check on it here in a few. Again, really quick, shout out to the boys over at Good Real Hunting, Brett, Brad, and Chris. Thank you so much, guys, for having me on the stream earlier, celebrating 5 years of their channel. That's so awesome. I will be very, very fortunate to make it to that point here. You never know. You never know. So really, really appreciate you guys having me there. To celebrate that. It was a blast. I saw a lot of you guys in the chat over there, and we had a really damn good time. Those guys got a little bit hammered, at least most everyone on the panel there. But I'm gonna say what's up to everybody in the chat right now. Hopefully everything's running smooth for you guys. It looks like maybe my internet is having a little bit of a tough time, so just bear with me. Maybe it will improve as we go. But yeah, hopefully everything smooths out for everyone here. Before we get into the live tier ranking and everything, I'm going to cover a couple news items because a big one just dropped, and I want to cover a couple other small news items just for me, just for me. So, but I'm going to say what's up to everybody hanging out. I do want to let you know we've got a super chat goal there for you guys. Last time around, you guys met the super chat goal, so we are going to have a public watch party tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern, over on the Discord. Now, the link to join the Discord is in the description below. It's totally free, and the great thing about those public watch parties is everyone that's part of the Discord server is invited. We show the movie right on the screen, so you can watch along. You don't have to line up your own copy. We don't have to worry about any rights issues or anything like that. So yeah, we're going to have some fun, and if we reach the goal tonight, we'll either do a mixtape party or a watch party next week over on the Discord. So not a big deal if we don't reach the goal. Super chats are great, certainly not required. All that I do ask is that you hit that like button, subscribe, share the channel, all that good stuff. That's the best way that this community can grow here. Okay, so I'm going to say what's up to everyone. We'll get into some quick news, and then we will jump on into the live tier ranking. We got King Matthew in the house. Dave Vanderhoff is here as well. Paula Fitzhenry, what's happening, Paula? We got Chester Franklin Jr. Also, we got our guy Ashton Luck. How are you doing, Ashton? Always a pleasure. Amanda, one of our great channel members, hanging out here. Thank you so much for joining us, Amanda. We've also got Brooke Scarlett, the lovely Brooke Scarlett, one of our great channel members and Death Squad mods. Thank you so much, Brooke. Really appreciate the support and the wrench work that you do. And who else do we have? We've got Brett from Good Real Hunting says, hey, everyone. Sorry that my stream delayed the starting time for this. Thank you so much, Davey, for hanging out with us. Not a problem at all, Brett. I didn't know what to expect. I was like, oh, we probably won't go 3 hours. Well, whatever. Not a big deal. Everyone was over there anyways watching the stream, so quite all right, sir. And thank you for having me. Had a blast. Had a total blast over there. Who else do we got kicking it with us? We got Gory Tiger in the house. How are you doing, Gory? Always great to have you join us. We got Matt from Fachi Cinema in here as well, one of our great Death Squad mods. Oh my gosh, Matt always dropping the sexy stud muffin. You know, I try, Matt. I've been working out lately, so thank you for noticing. We got Todd Bound, hanging out with us as well. One of our great channel members. Welcome on in, Todd. So great to see you, of course. We got Blu-ray Addict. What's happening, Blu-ray? Big Rod is in the house. One of our great channel members. How you doing, Big Rod? So great to have you here with us, as always. Let's see. Yeah, Pumpkinhead tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern, guys. A movie that I watch every spooky season, no matter what. And I'm pumped to, be able to watch it with you guys. Let's see here. What else do we got going on? Jamie Hart joining us for a real quick, just dropping in to say, to leave a like and say hello. Jamie, thank you so much for jumping in. I do want to let you know, last night I watched Amityville 2: The Possession. That movie was hardcore. I didn't expect it to have some kind of like Evil Dead sort of feel to it. The camera work and some of the makeup and everything like that. I think it's the first time I've ever seen like religious demonic possession sort of blend into that more more out there kind of look and feel. That movie was hardcore, man. Right out of the gate, turmoil immediately. I'm very happy I watched it. Thank you so much for joining us. Jamie is our original Death Squad mod. She's the mama mod, and she's a channel member as well. I feel like Evil Dead belongs in the poll. Well, it's not slasher. So we covered the Evil Dead franchise last week in the franchise poll, Big Rod, but we are going to do another tier ranking that will be like, supernatural horror villains. So we'll do we're doing slashers today. We'll do supernatural next week, and then we'll do creature features as well. And then we can break down the individual basically just the franchises. We can kind of rank each movie from within each franchise. Guys, there's so much to do with the live rankings. I really like it if we're able to get you guys involved and get you guys to vote on everything. So we'll just keep on rolling with that. Let's see what else we got. Now you see why I like Amityville 2. It's freaking amazing. Yeah, it was really intense. And from what I've read about the movie, it could have been even more intense. So pretty wild. Well, hopefully it was busy in a good way, Big Rod. We're so happy to have you back, man. Really do love having you in the chat here. Let's see what else we got going on. I'm going to go ahead and cover some news here. Actually, you know what? Before I cover some news, I want to show off. My brother ordered one of the mugs that's on the Fourth Wall Shop. So that link is in the description below. If you guys want to pick up something from the Fourth Wall Shop, there is a discount code. If you enter the code SPOOKY, you get 10% off your order. So pretty all right. And my brother, I got one of the mugs. What's really cool is you get, my sweet little Davey Deathray logo there. It might even update to the new logo because I updated the logo over on the Fourth Wall Shop. So maybe there's just a little bit of lag in that time before they update that. But you get the cool little logo there. And let's take a look at what my brother picked up. Let's see here. Oh my goodness. Very well packed mug here. Packing slip is falling out. And the mug is wrapped in some cushion wrap here. Get rid of that. All right. Let's see what we got here. I'm always curious, and thank you guys, the folks that are purchasing the merch. Thank you so much for sending pictures. I really like just seeing how it all looks. Allie Girl, one of our community members, purchased a Hit the Bricks Racerback tank and shared it on social media this week, and it's just really cool to make sure that, you know, it fits well and the material feels good and all that kind of stuff. She said that the shirts, the tanks might run a little small, so just something for you ladies to think about if you buy a tank top. If you're well endowed in the upper chest area, maybe you want to go a size up if you can. Just saying. I don't know. Or size up from what you're used to if you get a tank top. But my brother picked up the Jaws mug here that we've got, the You're Gonna Need a Bigger Boat mug. So there's a close-up look at that for you. Trying to make sure it's at least a little focused. And then on the other side, we've got the my Amity Davey Deathray logo that I'm really digging. So yeah, each mug has one of the Davey Deathray logos on there. I've created a few new ones. So we've got a bunch of spooky season merch that has its own spooky season logo, the same one that you see here in the background on the stream. And yeah, this is a 20-ounce mug, I believe. So there's varying prices depending on how many ounces you get as far as the mugs go. I think the white mugs are available in 3 different sizes. The black mugs are available in 2 different sizes. They're priced a little bit differently, and that's basically just because the cost of the materials, the cost that Fourth Wall takes out of each item. So I didn't arbitrarily just set the prices that way. It's just to basically be able to make the same like percentage of you know, some sort of profit off of there. But every item on the shop is very reasonably priced, and like I said, you can enter that code SPOOKY for 10% off. The link is in the description below if you want to get a little piece of Davey Deathray merch. And even if you're not a big mug person, or maybe you're like, fuck, I've got like 40 mugs, you can get this logo, both of these logos, on a hoodie, a t-shirt, and even a hat. So, and I think a pint glass. I've got a pint glass of this as well. So plenty of fun stuff out there for those of you who are interested. And I thank you in advance. It's a great way to support the channel if you are able to, or you want to go that extra mile, or maybe you just want some cool Davey Deathray merch. It's a really slick way to, you know, to support us over here. And then also there's some Death Squad merch out there. So if you just want to like rep the community, you can do that over there as well. So again, nothing that's required. All that I do require this: hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and share the channel. Those are the only things I require. How about that? So let's see here. It looks like we got some new folks jumping on in. We've got this must be Antonis, but it says Zachary, so maybe it's one of Antonis's relatives. I'm not sure. Antonis, you gotta let me know. Jaws mug came out really good, like the size of it too. That's what she said. How about that? That mug looks huge. Yeah, 20-ounce mug. So I think you can get like 11, 15, and 20 in the white. And then if you get the black, I think it's, gosh, I can't remember if it's 15 and 20 or if it's 11 and 15, something like that. You'll have to check. I feel like I've looked at that website so many times, I've totally forgotten. We got Chad from Chud's Corner in the house. I do look like someone you just hung out with. Chad, are you still in the dark room? What are you snacking on? I'm jealous. I want all the snacks in the world. I have pizza right next to me, but I can't eat because I'm doing the stream. But I had a slice in between, so don't worry about me. As Blink 182 says, don't worry about me. I'll be fine. How about that? We got Aaron Click in the house. What's happening, Aaron? So great to see ya. We've got MMA Now 27, one of our great channel members. How are you doing? Yes, all is well. Staying safe. You know, the other day I kind of mentioned this briefly. We don't talk about super serious stuff here on the channel. But just to talk about us here, all of us here, take care of yourselves, take care of everyone else, you know, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. You know how far you would go for the people that you love in your life, and know where you would draw the line with the people that you may consider your enemy or someone that you're at odds with. Just, you know, have your compass straight, know your own set of morals, and know your boundaries and what lines you won't cross, and just be good to each other, you know. That's all I'll say there. Let me see here. Who else do we got? Looks like we're all caught up with everyone. There you go. Hug your loved ones and just keep these conversations going. There you go. Yeah, I mean, usually we talk about things that are really inconsequential here, guys, but the same kind of way that I think about, you know, disagreeing about your feelings on like a piece of art, and as long as people are, you know, respectful and engaging in meaningful conversation, I think it's really, really important. So yes, let's keep those conversations going. Let's love each other. Let's love ourselves, and yeah, and just know where you sit. You don't even have to be a spiritual person or a religious person to have a strong set of morals. Not required. I think for some people it helps, but we can all be good people regardless of all of that. I mean, that should be the bare minimum, right? We got Corey from Wilkie's Movies and Music in the house. What's happening, Corey? Hope you are doing well. And guys, Corey, check out this mug. If you don't have merch on Fourth Wall, I encourage every content creator to do this. It's free to set up your merch shop. Yes, they're going to take some of the money because they're providing the actual merch, but it's made to order, so it doesn't cost you anything up front. And we got some really, really good stuff here. And all the white there, guys, is just like negative space. So it's a really, really slick mug. I wish I could get it closer. But anyways, let's jump into some quick news. We're going to get into the live tier maker and everything like that. But we had a couple big things drop just late in the day here. So let's cover these. One big one dropped. The other ones, they're not that big, but I just want to talk about them really quick. So guys, let me take a sip of water and we'll talk about this one. By the way, speaking of Davey Deathray merch, look at this Death Squad pint glass here. Ooh, look at that. The design is all over the pint glass. How about that? Okay. All right. 22 people in here. Guys, you're amazing. Make sure to participate in that poll and hit the like button if you haven't already. And let's go ahead and get rolling here tonight. All right, guys, so big news dropped here just 2 hours ago, it looks like, regarding the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise and the rights to the franchise. Now, maybe a couple months ago it was that we heard there was some bidding going on between, you know, varying parties just trying to, you know, find the right fit for the next home for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise. And right here, from our guy, John Squires, over at Bloody Disgusting, the headline reads, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, A24 reportedly landing film and TV rights to the franchise. So let's see what we got here in this article. While we wait for their Friday the 13th television series, Crystal Lake, I'm already fucking up. While we wait for their Friday the 13th television series, Crystal Lake, Deadline reports tonight that A24 is also boarding the iconic Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise. Deadline's report confirms a scoop previously broken by the Insider. The rights had been up for auction with multiple interested parties around Hollywood, and the site's sources have indicated that A24 is close to winning film and television rights. So they're not quite there. I will update you guys if anything changes. We want to make sure we're delivering, you know, good news here and following reputable sources. So I will update you if anything changes, but it sounds like this is very close to a deal being done. The article continues. Deadline also reports, quote, first up would be a series from JT Molnar, Roy Lee, and Glenn Powell, though the latter will not star, as we previously told you, end quote. Quote, apparently the deal hasn't closed yet, but A24 has pole position, end quote. Deadline makes sure to note in tonight's report. Another source close to the action tells us that this is all premature, but it's clear that the genre label behind Hereditary isn't letting this one go, end quote. All right, so they're very serious. A24 is making some big moves here, you know, especially for a production company that's been known for the more elevated horror and everything like that. It's interesting to see them kind of, you know, spread out a little bit, you know, diversify, grabbing Friday the 13th rights and now grabbing some TCM rights as well. And the article finishes off by saying, the outlet also mentions that Roy Lee has expressed interest in making another Texas Chainsaw Massacre film for Netflix, which could still happen with A24 boarding the property. The rights to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre are represented by Verve, with other interested parties in recent months, including Jordan Peele, Osgood Perkins, and Taylor Sheridan. It's now been 3 years since Netflix premiered Texas Chainsaw Massacre, a legacy sequel to Tobe Hooper's original horror classic that arrived on February 18th, 2022. That's wild that it's been that long since Netflix's movie premiered. It feels like it was just yesterday to me, but I guess, you know, we're about that far away from even Halloween Ends is now, you know, reaching its 3-year mark as well. So this is really exciting news, guys. I'm curious to know what you think for the folks watching in the live chat right now. And of course, for you folks watching after the fact, drop into the comments. Let me know your thoughts on A24 being really close to this deal. Do you think the deal is going to happen? Are you excited about the prospect of a production company like A24 gaining control? I mean, JT Molnar, he did Strange Darling just last year in 2024, and that film was one of my favorites of the year. And it was beautifully shot, very well crafted as far as the narrative. I really liked the Tarantino-esque way of storytelling, and I really liked the cast. Relatively small cast, great performances. So I'm encouraged that he's involved, and I think it's really cool that Glenn Powell is involved, and that we, you know, it sounds like he's not going to be in the movie, which I think works, guys. You know, sometimes we either like fall in love with these performers for, you know, because of their performances, or we like the way they look, or whatever it is, you know. But I think with something like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I think just with horror in general, a lot of times it's nice to not have such a big star's face on the screen necessarily. And I love young actors becoming producers and being behind the scenes. I think it's a great way to have creative control and to be able to prop something up that they love, and to be able to do it from a different angle that's not necessarily in front of the camera. There's a lot you can do behind the camera, you know, especially as an actor that's an up-and-comer like Glenn Powell. He can take all this big money he's making from these huge movies that he's in, and he can help fund something like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, make it a little bit better, and be able to, you know, it sounds like he's a fan of the franchise, so he'd be able to, you know, make sure that it fits, you know, some of what his vision is as well. So I'm very, very encouraged by all of that. I think this is a good fit. Honestly, I don't think they were going to get a bad fit. And if A24 is really willing to, you know, fight for it, or maybe, you know, whatever the deal is that they're cutting with Verve, if that ends up going through, then clearly they've got a direction that the current rights holders feel comfortable going in. So I think this is all great news. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a franchise that for me, I really only, you know, only a few of the movies really work for me in this franchise. So I think there's a lot that could be done, and it would be interesting to see a new take on this, especially in the era that we're in. So whether it's elevated or whether it's the crazy gory stuff that we're seeing with movies like Terrifier, there's a whole bunch of directions the, you know, Texas Chainsaw Massacre can go in. I'm very curious to see what these guys do, but I'm even more curious as to what you guys think. So let me know in the live chat. If you're watching after the fact, jump on into the comments. Let me know as well. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share the channel with someone who you think would dig this kind of content, because we cover horror news on the channel all the time, whether it's movies, TV, comic books, video games, whole bunch of stuff. So make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Okay, guys, let's see what we got over here. Everyone's jumping in and saying hello still. I love it. I love it. Ooh, you guys not really chatting too much during this one. Do I have a captive audience or is my connection that bad? We got Mike Bomb in the chat. How are you doing, Mike? So great to see ya. I'm not sure if I'm going to check. I still need to see chapter 1. So I don't know if if I can check out chapter 1 before that one comes out, I'll give it a watch. How about that? It's been my experience that horror fans are the nicest people. Go figure. It is a very loving community. Yes. I say this you've probably heard me say this, Todd. Whenever I go to a horror convention, like any of the horror conventions I've gone to, it feels like going to church. It is just so supportive and, just such lovely people and so comfortable. It's really, really encouraging. There is still good in the world for sure. Todd Bound, unpopular opinion, TCM doesn't need to be a franchise. I hear what you're saying, and that's why, I think this is exciting news because we've got some sort of answer about a franchise that a lot of people, really, love and care about, and I think the trick with TCM, and hopefully A24 has an answer here, Todd, because I would imagine anytime this sort of thing happens and all of these people are putting in their bid, they're probably pitching a direction or a story. So I'm really hoping that the reason why A24 has the inside track is because they got a really great idea. An example I'll use, Todd, is when Fede Alvarez ended up getting hired to make Evil Dead 2013, there were a lot of people that pitched stories to, I think it's Ghost House Entertainment, Sam Raimi's production company. So Sam Raimi, Rob Tappert, and Bruce Campbell are still in control of the Evil Dead franchise. And I believe it was Sam that said the reason why they went with Fede is because he was the only one that had a script that didn't have the Ash character in there. So he was the only one that was going in a fresh direction, but with the core intent of Evil Dead still there. So I'm hoping that that's what's going on here with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think it's a very difficult franchise to crack the code. I love the first movie. I think it's an absolute classic. I think the remake is really fun for what it is. I don't go back to it a lot of times, but it's a very well done remake and retelling. And I think it's very respectful to the original intent of the material. And I think it modernizes it very well. I'm not the biggest fan of like a lot of the other sequels. So it is like, do you remake it? Like, how do you, in what kind of way can they put a new spin on this or give us a different perspective that makes it feel fresh again? I'm curious to see. Oh, please, not another TCM Netflix movie. Well, if it's not the same people, it might be okay. It might be okay. Holy cow, we got our guy Pizzowl in the chat. What's happening, Piz? So great to see you, man. Thank you so much for joining us. Piz, I would imagine you are a TCM fan like a lot of us here. I'm very curious to know what you think, although I wouldn't be surprised if you've already covered this on your channel or if you have a video dropping sometime soon covering your thoughts on, the rights. I don't want to call it a fight. The rights bidding for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And I'm curious to know, Piz, what you think of JT Molnar. I really like Strange Darling. So I think we could have something really good here, guys. We got A-Troll Campbell in the house, one of our great channel members. How you doing, A-Troll? Very, very good to see you. I do not think we need any more TCM movies because they're all bad nowadays except for the kills. Well, new hands, right? It's almost like, say you have a favorite sports team and the owner's just been dragging them through into the ground for decades, and then the team gets bought by somebody new, and it feels like a brand new era. Like, I'm a Washington Redskins fan, and we had the worst owner for such a long time, and as soon as we got rid of him, stuff started getting better. So there's always hope. There is always hope. Jigsaw says, unless Leatherface sings, I don't care for another movie. Maybe he will. Maybe he will. The trick with TCM is only watch the original and the remake. Ooh, I'm kind of there with you. Chainsaw the musical, we could see a stage version of that. We certainly could. Yeah. I always felt like The House of a Thousand Corpses was a reimagining of TCM 2, says Big Rod. I think even just the first movie. I mean, it's a little campier, sure. Which I get. I guess that's why you're bringing in TCM 2. But yeah, I feel like Rob Zombie was basically doing his own version of TCM in House of a Thousand Corpses. It's it's a formula we've seen a lot. You know, you basically go, a bunch of people, but go to this town, and it's essentially like hell. Everyone's in on it. They're completely out of their element, and no matter where they run or who they go to, the situation doesn't get better. It only gets worse. Piz says, I've talked about it. Yes, I'd like to see Taylor Sheridan getting the rights. He's a great filmmaker and a Texan. True. Yeah, and he's had so much success, man. I mean, I'm not the biggest TV guy, but everything he's done with with Yellowstone and all the offshoots, and then he's got I think King of Tulsa is one of his shows, and he's got that Landman show. So he is a very successful producer and writer, and I guess it's still possible, right? We don't have a definite word, so I will let you guys know as far as TCM goes, if anything changes or if anything gets confirmed, for sure. Yeah, I could see that as well. I wonder if Rob is ever going to come back to horror. I would still like to see him come back and do another Halloween movie, as long as it's not any sort of remake. I'm a big fan of Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. So there you go. I'm one of those weirdos. Nightmare Files joins us. What's happening, Nightmare? Hope you are doing well. Sheridan also wrote Sicario and directed Wind River, which is a great movie. All right, I did not know that. I didn't know that. So that must have helped him get the Yellowstone gig and all of that. And I do like the idea of somebody that's a Texan being able to do it. Is Glenn Powell, is he from Texas? I thought I heard something like that, but I don't friggin' know. But yeah, so Texas Chainsaw Massacre, we've got some movement there. We'll probably know more within the next day or two, guys. Let's go ahead and God, I feel like I just want to jump into you guys just want to jump into the live Tiermaker ranking. I've got a couple other things here that we could talk about, but I could always save that for another time. I think I could save it for another time. Let's go ahead and jump into the Tiermaker ranking, because I know it's late. It's almost midnight, or it's almost I don't know why I thought it was past midnight on the East Coast when I started. That's how much of a fog I'm in coming out of that Good Real Hunting 5th anniversary celebration stream. Yeah, I've got a couple other things, but I think I'm going to hold off on those guys, because I don't want to, we've been talking here for about a half hour. Let's just go ahead and get into our slasher movie ranking here. Let me reload that page and bring it on up. There we go. Now, everyone, if you guys want to participate, the link is pinned in the chat. You've got 90 seconds to vote, so you can vote, we can chat about the movie, or chat about the slasher villain, all that kind of fun stuff. Powell's from Austin. Okay. So I guess it could go, I just hope whoever gets it has a really good idea. That's kind of where I'm at these days. I'm like, I just want good stories and a fresh idea and a new way to a new good way to interpret a classic tale. I've not seen Spinal Tap 2 yet, Aaron, but I've heard really good things, and I do want to check that one out. I'm a big fan of the original. Holy cow, before we get going, the Pumpkin King is in the house, everybody. Yes, yes, yes. 1999. Pumpkin King drops a lovely super chat and says, Davey, I received the glasses, mug, and shirt I ordered. All are awesome. Hell yeah, Pumpkin King. Thank you so much, man. Really do appreciate the support, from the super chats to grabbing the merch. I think you've placed a couple orders over there. Really appreciate it, man. And of course, appreciate the channel membership as well. Okay, guys, so I just want to make sure, it looks like people are jumping into the Tiermaker site here. Okay, there we are. Now, guys, some of these, I have a tough time telling what the hell they are. So you guys might have to help me with some of these, okay? You might have to help me. Our categories, just like last time around, we've got Mount Rushmore worthy, damn near top tier, pretty good, passable at best, and bottom of the barrel. And let's see what we got here. I'm just going to highlight this again. Pumpkin King, thank you so much. That's the very first super chat in our super chat goal little game that we've got going here. If you guys want to do a mixtape or a public watch party on the Discord next week, 4 more super chats of $5 or more will get us there. And guys, don't forget, tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern, we're doing a public watch party on the Discord of 1988's Pumpkinhead starring Lance Henriksen. Oh, I love a good folklore horror movie. So I'm very, very excited for that. And really, really appreciate you once again there, Pumpkin King. And let's go ahead and jump into this, guys. Here we are. Okay, so our very first villain here. Guys, we've got... Oh, must be paused to change the... Okay, sorry. I'm now remembering how to do this. So, okay, guys, we've got Agnes from the 2006 Black Christmas remake, and voting is open now. So you have just under a minute and a half. Man, I watched this movie for the first time a couple years ago, and with how much bad was spoken about Black Christmas 06 when it initially came out, I think a lot of that changed after we got our 2019 Black Christmas. And I actually, even though everything didn't work for me in this movie, like I really enjoyed the 06 Black Christmas for the atmosphere. I loved the, like the coloring and everything they did with the movie. I love the whole look and feel, and that opening kill is great. They definitely play around with the lore a little bit, for sure. But I really like a lot of what they were going for, and I always got to bring up that the Weinsteins, like they did a lot of times, they really screwed around with the director's vision, and they made certain things happen that the director didn't want to have happen. So this movie, I think, could have even been a little bit better than it ended up being, for sure. I'm curious to know what you guys think. Of course, feel free to let me know your thoughts there in the chat. Holy cow, we have 30 people watching. Thank you so much, guys. Make sure to hit that like button if you haven't already. Really do appreciate it. It helps us get seen. And yeah, we're trying to reach 2,000 subs before Halloween. If that happens, I will dress as the Alpha from 28 years later and do a Halloween stream. Okay, guys, and next up, we're just going to keep on rolling with the voting. And maybe I'll pause it every handful of these, but I'm not sure. Next up, we've got our guy, Victor Crowley from the Hatchet series. Now, this is a series of movies, like you guys know. I haven't seen these movies yet. I know I'm a terrible person. I'm awful. I'm sorry. I plan on watching these this spooky season. And I've heard that these movies are pretty entertaining for what they are, and they've got some really fun kills. I've heard they're not great, but the kills are pretty damn fun. And of course, we've got our guy, I believe Kane Hodder is plays Victor Crowley, if not in all of the movies, in most of them, for sure. Mike Baum says, I love the remake of Black Christmas minus the incest. Yeah, much like Amityville 2, The Possession, it's got some uncomfortability going on there. I like Black Christmas 06. I do as well. I would love to get a copy on Blu-ray. Piz says, I've grown to love Black Christmas. I had the director on my channel a couple years ago, and he shared some real horror stories about the Weinsteins. Man, I read a bunch about that, and I feel really bad because I know he's such a fan of the original Bob Clark classic and really wanted his movie to be a true love letter. And I think in a lot of ways it is. I think you can tell, you can see his intention, and then you can see how it was perverted by the perverts. Jason says, I wonder what you rate me. You're going to find out, Jason. So far, guys, Agnes and Victor Crowley are pretty good. And we've got Tiffany from the Child's Play, or I guess you could call it the Chucky series, since they kind of changed the naming there after the first 3 films. Jason, I think you're going to be Mount Rushmore worthy. Just to, put you at ease, if I could. Some more love for Black Christmas 06. As far as I know, Antonis, yeah, that Halloween 2, the RZ Halloween 2 documentary will probably never see the light of day. Probably won't. Leonia Chanel says, I'm late, but my favorite favorite franchise is Halloween. That is easily my favorite slasher franchise, so you are in great company. If I had to pick franchise overall, I would say Evil Dead. But Tiffany, guys, I think Tiffany's a great character. If you just had a shitload of movies and it's just Chucky and he's the only one that's got like that kind of personality, I guess you could still make the claim that you're tired of Chucky or you never liked Chucky or whatever. But in the 4th film, to introduce a character, not only a character like Tiffany, but a performer like Jennifer Tilly, the voice, the sass, the amazing rack. It all works for me. I think Jennifer Tilly is extremely talented and hilarious and a great pairing with Brad Dourif. That's a really tough thing to match his energy and to go, you know, pound for pound with a Dourif performance. So yeah, there we go. Tiffany is damn near top tier. I think that's great for her character. And then we got the tall man from Phantasm is up for voting now. I'm curious to know how many of you guys are voting. So 17 participants over. I think that's an overall. That doesn't mean 17 people are voting on every single one. Let's see here. Are you laughing at me because of the amazing rack? I mean, you know, I'm a total pig, Brooke. I mean, I think I'm a respectable guy most of the time. But what can I say? The female body is a beautiful thing. Let's see here. Did I miss saying hi to... No, I think Avery, did I miss saying hi to you? I'm so sorry if I did. Welcome on in. Jason Voorhees, welcome on in. Been a big fan for a long time. You know, long time listener, first time caller. And of course, welcome on in, Leonia. I hope I'm saying your name right. I really do. They are not going to be no, you need to. So Aaron, you just need to bring up the website. So the link is pinned in the chat, and then you can vote over there, and then you can just see the progress here on the screen. And we're closing in on the tall man's last 10 seconds here from Phantasm. Yeah, banter between Chucky and Tiffany is excellent. When it comes to the tall man, I know he's finished now. Phantasm, that's a series that, like, I think I've only seen the first 3 films in the franchise. Very dreamy and very, you know, bizarre and just very surreal. It's got a European kind of feel, those movies. And you guys are gonna have to tell me, who is this? So some of these characters, I'm just like, I can't pin it. So who is this guy that's on the screen right now? I don't know. Am I just a total idiot? It must be a movie I've never seen before. I could also be a total idiot, and it could be a movie I haven't seen before. Let's see who else we got. There's a link pinned in the chat, so you can just go ahead and click on that, or right click, open it up in another window, or however that works with your browser, and then you can you'll be able to vote over there. It is very difficult to imagine those two being played by different actors. Yeah. Is this supposed to mean like jugs? Is that what that's supposed to mean? Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know who this is. Oh, the Stepfather, but it's from the remake. Okay, thank you, Pumpkin King. I've only seen the original Stepfather, played by Terry O'Quinn. That movie is, I just watched it for the first time like a week and a half ago. That movie is really good. I'm curious to know if the sequels are worth watching. I'd at least watch the first sequel. But man, the Stepfather was really good. I haven't heard much about the remake though. But apparently, that guy is Mount Rushmore worthy. Oh, now we've got one of my favorites here. We've got the Prowler. Oh my God, I love the Prowler. I know there's like moments in the movie that are a little slow. It kind of meanders a little bit. I think the Tom Savini kills are just so much fun. I love the whodunit revenge element. Like, you guys know I'm a big fan of that. Like My Bloody Valentine, the Prowler, you know, the Scream films, Thanksgiving from 2023, one of my favorite recent slashers. I'm a huge Prowler fan, but it doesn't seem like you guys really are. We got Big Rod dropping a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Big Rod. Boy. Is that an okay tall man impression? Maybe I could do better. I need to revisit the films and I could probably do better. But guys, we are 2/5 of the way there on our super chat goal. If you want to have a public mixtape or watch party next week on the channel, really do appreciate everyone that contributes super chats. Certainly not required. I'm not going to put, and the channel isn't going to be put behind a paywall in that sense. But having a public watch party on the Discord is really fun, and really appreciate you guys for being there. Boom, we got him in the house. What's happening? Him says, "Hey Davey, how's your night going? Have you watched Critters before?" I have. Yes, I've seen the first Critters. I don't think I've seen any of the sequels, but I do enjoy that first movie quite a bit. It's very fun. All right, so this one is... This must be Town That Dreaded Sundown, because there's 2 holes in the bag. in the sack. So I don't think that this is not Jason. This is not Sackhead Jason. So don't get it confused. I'm just double checking here. Yes, this is Town That Dreaded Sundown. What do they call the killer in these movies? I know it's based on a real case that was never solved there. Your boy Michael Myers is in the chat too. Did I miss him? Did I miss Michael Myers? Love Michael's my boy. Yeah, he's my boy too, Jason. You guys are my 1 and 2. Michael's my 1. You're my 1A. If that makes you feel any better. Let's see here. We got Destination Station. Says, what's up, Davey and fam? Smash that like button. Thank you so much, man. Really do appreciate you joining us. I feel like I've seen you pop up here a time or two. Welcome back in. And guys, I totally missed making sure that Jason knows, dude, you're kicking it with the Death Squad. We're part of the most amazing community on YouTube, which is this incredible horror community. It is just, I don't know, it's such a beautiful thing. We got this little corner, and we want it to continue to grow like all of the other great, horror content creators, and just become a bigger part of this community. So welcome on in. I hope you have a great time, and everyone make your boy Jason feel very, very welcome. So let's see here. The Prowler ended up in damn near top tier. That is great news for me. I dig that, and I think it's very fair. I'm shocked that The Stepfather is up there in Mount Rushmore worthy, but I've not seen that remake, so what the hell do I know? Next up, we've got our guy Leprechaun. Man, love the first Leprechaun movie. Really dig the third one as well. That third movie's a fucking riot. I'm struggling to remember the director's name right now, but he also did the Night of the Demons 2, which is really, really fun. Both of those movies are super, super fun. You do. You have a couple Savini versions. Yeah, you've got 2, right? Yeah. Yeah. Well, here's the thing, Ashton, is that's the great thing about just leaving it up to you guys. I'm not even voting on any of these. I'm just leaving it all to you guys. So yeah, this is fun so far. I'm digging this, guys. And with 90 seconds, I think it's a little bit better. It feels like I'm not stopping my talking. But I'm totally okay with that. That's why I'm here. That's why I get paid the big bucks. Him asks, Davey, what's the first ever horror that shook you? Ooh, first ever that shook me. Well, when I was in 3rd grade, so it was like 89, 90, or 90. This is funny. Killer Clowns from Outer Space scared the crap out of me then. It was playing on HBO when I was a kid, and the commercial for Exorcist 3 scared the shit out of me. Just the commercial. I didn't even need to see the movie. It I had to call my mom into my bedroom to calm me down. So yeah, I would say one of those two. It's kind of funny with Killer Clowns. I think that movie's a laugh riot now, but it scared me as a kid. Clowns are scary. Let's see here. Yeah, what can you do? So guys, sorry, Leprechaun ended up in pretty good. And we've got our guy Pinhead from Hellraiser. Oh man, this is a mixed feelings franchise, I think, but that first movie, I just think it's an absolute classic. Modern day Edgar Allan Poe type story. Clive Barker being a storyteller and a visual artist. I just think that's why these movies, had were able to be built into it, or the first story was able to be built into a franchise. Hellbound, I know a lot of people really love that one. I still prefer the original over that one, but I think Hellraiser 3 is a pretty cool early 90s horror flick. That sexy era of the 90s. I know I say that all the time, but I really mean it, guys. I really do. The sack reminds me of my sack head, though. Yeah, and guys, the killer from the Town That Dreaded Sundown ended up in damn near top tier as well. And there we go. Pinhead, it's official. Mount Rushmore worthy. And here, I can't remember this guy's name. This is the killer from Slumber Party Massacre 2, right? So he's sort of a knockoff. This is like Elvis meets Freddy Krueger, because for those of you that maybe haven't seen Slumber Party Massacre 2, it's been a long time for me. I haven't seen it since I was a teenager. It's just so silly. I mean, the first movie is you can say the first movie's silly too, but it takes things a little more seriously. This is just a wild, you know, a Nightmare on Elm Street kind of ripoff, with some like hokey kind of. Was this movie trying to be a Nightmare on Elm Street meets Rocky Horror Picture Show? Because it's kind of got that vibe. Yeah. Let's see what else we got going on here. Michael, yes. If he doesn't get Mount Rushmore, I'm leaving. I'm just shutting down the stream there, Jason. Let's see here. I think the Fisherman's going to be in here. Yeah. All night long, all night, all night, all night long. You get my falsetto there, Aaron. You're very welcome for that. Yes, the Fisherman is going to be there. I'll let you guys know when we're closing out on the killer from Slumber Party Massacre 2. Our, John Travolta from Grease meets Freddy Krueger, and he ends up in Passable at Best, which I think is very, very fair. And we've got our Groucho Marx from Terror Train is up on the docket now. Who the fuck put Pinhead on the bottom? Asked the Pumpkin King. Not me. Not me, okay? Not me. Let's see what else we got. No tears, please. I will try not to cry. Let's see here. What else do we got going on? Wait. I always make fun of Pinhead for that too, Jason. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I think he says wait quite a bit in the first two movies. I'm like, so he shows up to basically be like, we're going to torture you and we're going to put you in like hell on earth before we put you in actual hell. But wait, like, wait for what? He's like the nicest Cenobite, you know? He's the nicest Cenobite. Jason's hilarious. I can't see much. My hockey mask, it's covering some vision. Well, and you only have one good eye, Jason. So I get it. I totally get it. But which one is your good eye again? Which one's droopy and which one's good? Is it the left eye that's the good one? Oh, yeah. I'm still with you. All right, guys. So the Groucho Marx from Terror Train ends up in bottom of the barrel, and I think you guys are being a bit more fair this time around. When it came to franchises, it was like everything was Mount Rushmore worthy. Even fucking Scary Movie was Mount Rushmore worthy. It drove me nuts, and I know that just because I said that, you guys are going to put the Scary Movie Ghostface in Mount Rushmore worthy tonight just to see my reaction. Is that what it's going to be? Is that how we're going to treat each other here? I thought we were good people. Nightmare Files put Pinhead in bottom of the barrel. Well, hey, he ended up at the top of the heap, so how about that? Oh, more of a reference to Shook. Oh, yeah. What does that say about me that when I see All Night Long, I want to sing some... is it Lionel Richie? Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. It depends if you ever saw my part 4. Yeah, I mean, I think Final Chapter's great, Jason. That, Friday the 13th is my second favorite slasher franchise. Final Chapter is my second favorite film in the franchise. Jason Lives is my number one for sure. All right, so Sam from Trick or Treat, and hopefully you guys are okay with me not stopping this thing and just sort of letting it roll. I'm having a good time. Let me know if you're having a good time in the chat. Throw a little party emoji out there or whatever you got. Let me know if you're having a good time. If you're having a bad time, you can let me know that as well. I'm keeping an eye on how many people are watching. Let's see here. I think they're going to be in there too. So there's a whole bunch of these. Okay, guys. So let's see here. Sam from Trick or Treat ended up in damn near top tier. I know a lot of people really dig that movie. I think it's really good. I think it's crazy that we haven't gotten another Trick or Treat anthology. I think horror anthologies are fabulous. I actually just watched Black Sabbath the other night for the very first time and had such a fun time. I'm all in on Mario Bava. Like Blood and Black Lace is a total classic. The very first Giallo. A Bay of Blood is so fucking good and so inspirational to so many of the slashers that we love. And Black Sabbath was really fun. I think horror anthologies, like I'd love to see one of those a year. And I'd love to see Trick or Treat come back and do something. Let me know. Let me know what you guys think in the live chat or in the comments. And then we've got what's this chick's name from The Ring? I can never remember her name. Something with an S. I don't know. Something like that. It doesn't tell me. It doesn't tell me here. You guys are gonna have to tell me. Sam, my boy, make him in Mount Rushmore now. Close. I think for one movie, I think damn near top tier is very glowing. For sure. Yeah. Holy cow, Pumpkin King dropping another $19.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Pumpkin King. Really appreciate you. It says, Sam is a classic. And all right, so let's see here. What's her face from The Ring ended up in pretty good. And guys, I think this is specifically Roy Burns. Yes. So this is Roy Burns from A New Beginning. So this isn't, is it Jason? Is it, for all intents and purposes, it's Jason, right? Right? I don't know. I guess you're going to have to tell me. Is Roy Burns Mount Rushmore worthy? Or is he just not quite there? And I mean, clearly Jason is Mount Rushmore worthy, but is Roy a notch below, or is he right there standing tall next to him? You'll have to let me know. I think what's really cool about A New Beginning, I do wish that it was, not as edited by the MPAA. There's tons of boobs in the movie and just not much like on-screen violence, which we like to see in a slasher movie. Like we don't want everything to be a cutaway. I don't mind if one or two are a cutaway or if some of them are off screen. Like I'm okay. It doesn't all have to be like Terrifier level of like, fixating on the gore or anything like that. But I would put A New Beginning so much higher, at least a couple spots higher in my ranking. I think it's probably like 6 or 7 right now. It would be a couple spots higher if it weren't so gutted by the MPAA. I love that it's sort of like the first film where it's a parent that's getting revenge for the loss of their child. And guys, Roy Burns, boom, Mount Rushmore worthy. The crowd has spoken. You guys are Friday the 13th, part 5, A New Beginning fans. And all I got to say to that is, those damn enchiladas. Let's see what else we got going on here. Pumpkin King, again, thank you so much, man. Really do appreciate you. And guys, just 2 more super chats of $5 or more, and you're going to get another public hangout over on the Discord next week. That's where everyone, not only just channel members, we're going to either watch a movie or we'll do a mixtape party. If we reach that goal, I'm going to have you guys vote on which one of those we're going to do tonight. How about that? Samara, thank you so much. Thank you. And I think, yeah, Sadoko is that what it is in the Japanese? Could be. Let's see what else we got going. So we've got, this is Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. I'm struggling to remember the name. Is this just Billy again, or is it somebody else in the sequel? Full disclosure, guys, I've only seen the original, which I really enjoyed. Watched it last year. I'm very much looking forward to the remake with Rowan Campbell because I think he's a fantastic performer. Yeah. So we're just doing slashers today. So we're gonna do the more supernatural kind of thing in another tier. All right, and we've got Lupita Nyong'o's character from Us here. Another movie I've still yet to see. Vote no on Roy Burns. Whoops. You guys didn't mean to put Roy, the blue chevrons are the dead giveaway. I voted before I noticed. That's all. Roy did do, he did good, Roy. Terrible father. Only cared after his son was killed, unfortunately. Why didn't seem to go from Samara to Jason in like 15 seconds? I don't know, because we're just chit-chatting and enjoying the conversation. So Duder from, Garbage Day from Silent Night, Deadly Night is damn near top tier. How about that? Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Been around this earth as long as your brother has. You get some things. Let's see. It is Billy. Okay. Oh, Ricky, his brother. Okay, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys for chiming in. Carrie might be, although she might fall into supernatural. I don't know. So when it comes to these live tier lists, guys, you have to enter in a URL for an existing list that's on the Tiermaker. I suppose I could go through the painstaking process of making my own, but sometimes I worry that I'm going to forget something or forget someone. So Carrie might be on here. I can't remember exactly everyone it's on the list here. Norman Bates should be on there, yeah. It's just going in whatever order they're picking. And is this, guys, is this the collector? Is that who this is? I'm struggling to figure out who this is. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's just because a little bit of lag on my side, Aaron. Could be. Could be. Yeah, is this the collector, guys? Is that who that is? I think it is. I think it's the collector. Right? It's gotta be. I mean, who else would that be? I don't recognize this guy. Let's see. Is Carrie on this list? Fucking fake Ghostface is on here. God damn it. You guys are going to put him in Mount Rushmore worthy. I know it. I know you guys are going to try to ruin my weekend. My team lost last night to the Packers, and you guys are going to put fake Ghostface in Mount Rushmore worthy. Doesn't look like Carrie is on here unless I'm totally missing her. All right. So Lupita Nyong'o's character from Us ended up in pretty good. And where is who I'm assuming is the collector? Where is this guy gonna go? Where is he gonna end up? Looks like it's gonna be damn near top tier. Shit, just 2 movies and damn near top tier. All right, we've got specifically the Tim Curry version of Pennywise from the Tommy Lee Wallace TV movie. What do you guys think about this guy? Kind of not. Yeah. I hear you. Yeah. Oh, it's Alex from Prom Night. I love Looky. Welcome on in. You're kicking it with the Death Squad. Everybody be very, very nice to Looky here. I love that Looky's dropping the spoiler for the movie that's, you know, almost 40 years old. I love it. And I mean that in jest and I mean it sincerely at the same time. How about that? So it's Alex from Prom Night, guys. So Alex from Prom Night is damn near top tier. All right. The crowd has spoken. Jeepers Creepers would be creature feature. Jeepers Creepers creature feature. Wow, say that 10 times fast, or just 5 times fast, or just once, because I couldn't even say it the first time all the way through fast. Nah, I don't think that's the collector. Yeah, I was like, I can't tell. I'm like, is this the weirdest shot of the collector, or what? You know, what kind of drugs am I on? In my defense, Mike Baum, I've only seen the collector once, and I've never seen the collection. Yeah. Because the collector has more of like a straight up leather mask, like a BDSM kind of mask. Amanda Mendoza drops a $4.99 super chat and says, just because we all want to hear your sweet, sweet voice, sing some more. Ooh, baby. What do you guys want me to sing that I won't get in trouble for? Tell me what you want me to sing, and I'll give you some acapella Davey Deathray magic. And Big Rod drops a $5 super chat, says, fill it up again once it hits the lips. It's so good. One more for that green room treatment. Let's go, Death Squad. Hell yeah. Thank you guys so much to Amanda, to Big Rod, and to Pumpkin King. We have reached our super chat goal for the night. Holy cow. We haven't even been rolling, just over an hour? Amazing. Guys, Tim Curry's Pennywise started out at pretty good and climbed all the way up to Mount Rushmore worthy, and now we've got Bill Skarsgård's version of Pennywise right there alongside the original TV version there. Very exciting stuff. I'm super lukewarm on the It story. I don't know what it is about it. Just doesn't speak to me. I don't know what it is. What am I missing, guys? Am I a total jerk? Maybe I am. Maybe I'm a total jerk. I prefer Bill's Pennywise. That's the one I watched first. There you go. Goal reached. Boom. Hell yeah, Big Rod. Guys, the Discord is so much fun. The link is in the description below. It's free to join the Discord. And it's a great way, like, you guys that are over there in the Discord, Ashton, Amanda, you know, I see Denise Wheat, Gene Whitacombe is over there. I mean, so many people are jumping in there, wishing each other a good day, a good weekend, saying good morning. It's just a really, really cool vibe over there. It's a great way to get to know people a little bit better, or just, you know, get to communicate in between streams and just be a bigger, or make the community grow closer, essentially, is what I'm trying to say as I trip over every single fucking word. All right, guys. So Bill Skarsgård's version of Pennywise right there next to Tim Curry's. And now we got Patrick Bateman from American Psycho, who I think is, man, this movie is hilarious. This is one of the funniest dark comedies I've ever seen in my life. I saw this movie in the theater when I was like a junior. Maybe I was a senior in high school. 99, is that when it came out? And it must have been when I was a senior. And oh my gosh, I had such a good time with American Psycho. It cracked me up. I didn't really know what to think at that age. I was 17 at that age. I didn't know. I'd never seen a movie like it. Yeah, it was wild. Which one? Oh, the show me the way to go home. I'm tired and I want to go to bed. I had a little drink about an hour ago and it got right to my head. Wherever I may roam, by land or sea or foam, you can always hear me singing this song. Show me the way to go home. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. You get one verse. All right, guys. Patrick Bateman safely in. Where did he go? Where is he? Oh my gosh, Patrick Bateman's in Mount Rushmore worthy. You guys are incredible. And the website thinks that I bailed, so I'm going to reload that page. Wow. Mount Rushmore worthy is starting to fill up, y'all. Starting to fill up. I know which way Jason's voting on this one. Our boy Jason has got to be the total mama's boy. I mean that in the best way possible, Jason. What's happening, Herbert? So great to see ya. Thank you for joining us. I think Tim Curry's Pennywise, I think they're both pretty comparable. I think they both have their positives. I find Tim Curry's Pennywise a little more freakish and nightmarish to me, for sure. Let's see what else we got going on here. Chat, y'all owe me for Tiffany. Put my boy Pennywise in Mount Rushmore. Oh, I love it. You guys are fucking so amazing. Psycho killer, qu'est-ce que c'est? Ba 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 ba. Better run, 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 run away. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. There you go. How about that, Jason? All right, I'm falling behind on the chat because we're having too much fun. Boom, Pamela Voorhees right in between Pinhead and Roy Burns. They're a great pair. Pamela and Roy, man. They could totally... And that's funny because Pam and Roy on the American Office. Interesting. Friday the 13th fans? Maybe. Coincidence? Probably. But now we got our guy Norman Bates, one of the OGs, right there with Duder from Peeping Tom, just right there. You know, sure, you can say Psycho isn't technically, it's a slasher. It's like a proto slasher, whatever. It's close enough. Psycho, we're calling it a slasher. Let's see what kind of love we got for our guy, Norman Bates, another mama's boy, you know? It's all the voting is closed for the characters that you're seeing on the left side of the screen there, Herbert. Everyone that's placed in a tier has already been placed. So Alex is going to stay there at damn near top tier, but you can vote on every other slasher that we've got, and we've got quite a few. There's 60 and we're just at 22, so we're gonna be going for a little bit here. Oh my god, Jaws, I mean, it's my favorite movie, Aaron. You know how I feel. Looks like it's gonna be Mount Rushmore for Norman. Let's see what else we got. Norman Bates is great in Psycho 1960. Yeah, much better than that odd remake. And I guess, I mean, I guess I could start another super chat goal, but I don't feel greedy if I do that. I am going to close out the poll though here, guys. 47 votes. Which slasher franchise reigns supreme? That's the vote that's going on in the chat. All of the other voting, you're going to want to use that link that's pinned in the chat for our slasher villain voting over there on Tiermaker. So 47 votes. Halloween wins with 44%. Friday the 13th with 23, A Nightmare on Elm Street with 17, and Scream with 14. That's wild, guys. When the poll opened up, it was like Scream was winning at 38%. Very interesting to see how everything shook out once more people joined the stream here. And thank you everyone or everyone that voted. Thank you so much. I hope you also hit the like button because that means we would be really close to 50 likes here, which would be incredible. But right now, guys, we only have 22 likes. Oh my goodness. 47 votes and 22 likes. That's not a very good percentage. Guys, if you show up and you vote, even if you can only show up for a minute or two, please hit the like button. It really does help the stream. And make sure you're subscribed as well. Don't miss out on any future fun we have here. So Norman Bates is officially there in Mount Rushmore worthy. And now we've got the Rob Zombie version of Michael Myers. We are going to have the OG Michael Myers as well. So guys, when it comes to remakes, you're going to see both versions of the character. In fact, with Freddy Krueger, there's a version from New Nightmare, the regular series, and the remake with Jackie Earle Haley. So remake Michael Myers is in there at Mount Rushmore worthy, and now we've got the OG, Nick Castle, the Shape, the guy that really, is, I think that Michael Myers, no offense to anyone, especially anyone that's in the chat, Jason Voorhees, I think Michael is just going to go down as the most iconic slasher villain of all time. What's happening, Prince? Welcome on in. Surreal Experience voting the best shit ever. There we go. We got our guy Prince. He's going to be voting as well. Hell yeah. Let's see what we got. Oh, guys, I'm going to make sure that I put... So, guys, we reached the super chat goal. You all are amazing. Thank you so much. We're going to do either a watch party on Discord next week, because we've already got one for tomorrow, Pumpkinhead, 10 p.m. Eastern. That just go on over to the Discord. The event is there. But what I want to know for next week, if you guys want to do a watch party or a mixtape listening party where you get to submit a song that you want to have on the playlist and we listen to music together and chit chat about music. So we get to, just kind of experience a little bit of a different hangout with each other. Do you want a watch party or mixed tape listening party next week on Discord? Don't you like it when I just say it as I type it? I just don't want any dead air. How about that? So we'll do watch party or mixed tape. Vote on which one you'd rather have. If it ends up being watch party, then I'm going to put a poll out there for you guys on YouTube and on Discord to vote for the film, but we'll see which one you guys want first. Thank you in advance for participating in the poll that's there. And guys, OG Michael Myers, no surprise, right there in Mount Rushmore worthy. And now we got our guy. Is this Hoffman from Saw? I've only seen the first 3 Saw movies. I don't think Hoffman's in there yet. Maybe he's in the 3rd one. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about Hoffman from Saw. We have about 50 seconds here left. Right now he's in pretty good. That's classic, right? Breaking through the closet. That's Tommy Lee Wallace playing Michael Myers in that scene right there, breaking through the closet, because he was the prop master and they wanted to make sure, I think they only had one take to get it right. So they wanted to make sure they could break the closet the right way. And he was the only one they felt could really handle it. Michael standing in the hedge, great scene in 78. Yeah. The Hoffinator. The Hoffman making copies. Hoff, the Hoffinator. Hoffaruski. Let's watch Day of the Dead for the 40th. We could do that. We did a watch party on Late Night with the Davey a couple months ago there, Todd. Or maybe a month and a half ago. But yeah, we could certainly watch it on Discord, and then we actually get to, truly experience it together. So guys, Hoffman from Saw is there in pretty good. And we've got Leslie Vernon from the fake documentary Behind the Mask. Leslie Vernon's got a great look. I don't care for Hoffman. Yeah. Yeah, Saw is one of those things I just never I like the first two movies okay, and I just sort of it just never really grabbed me too much, Saw. Yeah. Jason's got an interesting point here, guys. I feel like the Terminator should have been here from his creepy robot form and his kill of another Terminator. I think the first act of the Terminator feels like a slasher, but for the most part, it feels like a sci-fi movie to me. And I don't think he's here. Let's see if the Terminator is here. I don't think he's listed. Nope, I don't see him there. Let's see what we got. There we go. Okay. So Leslie Vernon, 20 more seconds. Right now, he's damn near top tier. Aaron Click says, Davey, it follows on your own and then make it the movie for the watch party. Sorry, Jamie. Well, and here's the thing, Aaron, is if we do the watch party over on Discord, it doesn't sound like I don't know if Jamie will come over to the Discord. I would love to have her over there. I know some people just aren't interested in the Discord, and that's totally fair. So we could do it over there. I wouldn't mind having a watch party of a first time viewing over on the Discord because I don't appear on camera and we mute all the mics. So that's the fun thing, guys, is we just like chit chat in the chat. It's really cool. I mean, Ashton can tell you, Erica, who just entered the chat, she's one of our great moderators, and she is like the queen mod at our Discord. She basically set, like, I created the thing. She set up all the cool shit. But Leslie Vernon, guys, officially in damn near top tier. Now we've got remake, right? This is remake Leatherface here. So this is specifically Leatherface from the 03 Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because we do have the Gunnar Hansen version later on in the tier list. So we're almost halfway through, guys. You all are killing it. Remake Leatherface is in Mount Rushmore worthy as of now. We've got 30 seconds till that closes out. But yeah, we could do It Follows. It really just want to make sure it's on a streaming service so we can share the screen, because that's how we do it over there. Let's see what else we got going on, because I think I missed one of my favorite people, Miss Leanna Bevy Rage, one of our great channel members and Death Squad mods, and somebody who I consider to be a very good friend. Says Big Rod is here? Hell yeah, Big Rod is here. Busy summer, but now he's back. We got our boy back. And speaking of our boy, Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 03 is in Mount Rushmore worthy, and now we've got the OG from 1974's TCM, the Gunnar Hansen version. God, that's such a great picture. That is such a haunting visage, if that's the correct pronunciation. I can't even talk. I'm just like blah blah blah, diarrhea of the mouth. Welcome on in, Leanna. So great to see you. All right, let's see what we got. Chad says, thought you'd like to know, Davey. I have acquired Taco Bell. Taco Bell acquired. What did you get, Chad? What did you get? And Chad, have you ever had Whataburger? Guys, Whataburger is fucking incredible. Let me know in the chat if you're a fan, if you're watching after the fact. Jump on into the comments. Let me know your thoughts on Whataburger and what your favorite meal is to order there if you are. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't. Let's see here. Who else we got? Of course, we got our gal Erica, one of our great channel members in Death Squad mods. Chad's still eating. He's getting in that Michael Myers. He's getting in shape to play the shape. So right now he's loading, so we can like just get that late night lifting session on, get those deadlifts going on, right, Chad? Deadlifts in the dark room. Sounds like an album title. It's kind of metal. I kind of like that. Terminator, it has slasher elements for sure. All right, guys, Leatherface, holy shit. Oh my God. Genuine shock. Guys, y'all put the remake Leatherface in Mount Rushmore worthy, but you put the OG in damn near top tier. Fuck. Oh, the controversy. Oh my God, just when I thought we couldn't be more divided as a nation, now we've truly seen the end of it all, people. Holy shit. Okay. All right, I'm going to get over it. It's not a big deal. I'm just very surprised. Oh my goodness. I'm like gotta see what you guys are saying in the chat now based on all this stuff. Holy crap. Aaron, it's really fun. Leanna's over there, Erica, Amanda, Ashton is over, a whole bunch of people. It's really fun, man. It's really cool. All right, guys. So now we've got Jigsaw himself, John Kramer over there. Let's see where he is at so far. It looks like he is in, where are y'all putting him right now? Why can't I see him? Pretty good. Holy cow. Very, very interesting. All right. So we don't have a lot of huge Saw fans here. Let's see. Jason's getting excited because he's coming up. He is coming up. All right. What else do we got here? We just got a Whataburger. It's pretty tasty. Oh my gosh. Yes, it's amazing. So guys, Remake Jason is up. Derek Mears Jason from the 2009 Marcus Nispel film. I think those Nispel movies are really great. TCM 03, Friday the 13th 2009. Really, really awesome remakes, in my opinion. Brooke, I don't know if you've had it yet. If they have this item there, I don't even know where you live, which is a-okay. I'm not asking you to tell me. But out here in the Southwest, hopefully they have it where you're at. They have this green chili double cheeseburger. It's so good. I put avocado on it. And man, the specialty shakes that they've got there, highly recommend. Highly recommend. Spicy ketchup's really good. Yeah. Sounds like an emo band title. There you go. Yeah. Guys, so Remake Jason, where do we got him? He is in Mount Rushmore worthy so far. The voting continues for 30 more seconds. Yes. Todd knows what's up. Todd's down there in just about a couple hours south of where I live. Todd knows exactly what's up. Todd, if you don't put the avocado on it, you should give it a shot. Give that a shot. Oh, got to reload this. So damn good. And they like their Dr. Pepper shake. They had like a banana cream pudding or banana cream pie shake that tasted like bubblegum. It was fantastic. Yeah. You guys probably have some really good stuff out there in Michigan that we don't have out here though, in the desert, Chester. But if you ever get the chance to have a Whataburger, if you come out west, give it a shot. All right, guys, we got the original hockey mask, Jason Voorhees, our guy Richard Brooker from Part 3, 3D. This is Leanna's favorite film in the franchise, even though I think it should be Part 2 because I think there's a better chase scene in Part 2, and I know Leanna's a huge fan of the chase. Not the movie with Charlie Sheen, although she could be, and Christy Swanson is in that one, as well as Flea and Anthony Kiedis. No Effects is on the soundtrack. Really, really fun shit. Anyways, hockey mask Jason, Mount Rushmore worthy. I mean, if 2009 Jason is Mount Rushmore worthy, are you guys going to do what you did to Leatherface and knock him down a peg? Or are you going to let him stand tall on the South Dakota Mount Rushmore worthy mountain of slasher villains? Yep. I'm just shocked. Well, we'll blame you for not being here, Erica. Y'all fucked that up, says Aaron. That is fair. That is very fair. Thank you so much for dropping that link, Erica. Yeah, guys, if you've not signed up for the Discord, but you'd like to, Erica's got the link right there. Really appreciate the share on that one. 31 people hanging out, guys. Make sure you vote in the poll. We already reached a super chat goal, 5 super chats of $5 or more. And we're going to do a public watch party or mixtape next week. So vote in the poll on if you want a watch party or a mixtape. They're both really fun. Really fun. With the music side, I don't just pick the music, guys. I'll get in a song every now and then, but it's really for you guys to pick music and for us to just share our taste together. Even if you're Erica and you like listening to hood rat or hood trap rap music, I think that's what you called it, Erica. You know, everyone is welcome to share what they love, just like you're welcome to share what you love as far as movies go, and we're nice people. And yeah, the Discord is free, guys, and make sure you hit that like button. We've had so many people coming in and out of the stream here, and the likes are lacking, so make sure Erica doesn't come after you with that knife. Who did I just miss somebody? So OG's Jason, yes, right in there. Mount Rushmore worthy. Love seeing it. And we got our guy Jack Frost. I've only seen the very first Jack Frost movie, man, this movie, I get it. It's in bottom of the barrel. I'm not going to argue. I do think this movie knows exactly what it is. I respect the hell out of that. The Jack Frost horror movie, it's pretty fun, guys. It's pretty absurd, but it's pretty fun. Boom, right there where you belong. Jason's finally home. Lenny's. I've never been to a Lenny's. I haven't heard of that. That must be a regional thing that I haven't been out there. All right, guys. Jack Frost ends up in bottom of the barrel along with Groucho Marx from Terror Train, and now we've got Ben Willis, the fisherman from I Know What You Did Last Summer. Everybody choosing Mount Rushmore for all my stuff. Well, dude, you're kind of intimidating, Jason, and I'm not going to say you don't deserve being there, but I don't think anyone wants to upset you, so I think that's fair. Holy cow, Pumpkin King dropping another super chat. It wasn't enough to drop two 19.99 super chats. Pumpkin King dropping the hammer with the 49.99 super chat that says, "This will make you heal from the Leatherface snafu." Thank you so much, Pumpkin King. Really do appreciate you, man. You are incredible. The support for the channel, guys, all around the support in August was the best we've ever had on the channel. So let me just take a moment to thank all of you, whether you're a new sub, whether you've been here for almost the whole 2 years or 2+ years that I've had the channel, whether you're liking or not liking or sharing or not sharing, even if you're just jumping into the chat to participate, the views, the subs that we got, the momentum on the channel, I just feel it moving in such a great trajectory. That's all because of you guys. And of course, the folks that are, financially supporting the channel as well, whether you're dropping super chats or you're purchasing merch or you're purchasing memberships for other people. Like, it's all so much appreciated. And you guys really do. Every single one of you goes the extra mile. And I know that every single one of you does everything you can. I would never ask anyone to do something that they can't or don't feel comfortable doing. But you guys are just amazing. Thank you so very much. We're going to continue to just have more fun and try new things here, and we're going to keep it where we're at, but we're going to stretch a little bit. Okay. We're going to stretch it out. And guys, the fisherman from I Know What You Did Last Summer, I'm kind of surprised, but I'm not arguing it. He's in pretty good. And we've got, let's see here. So we have two versions of Harry Warden. I can't tell the difference between, let's just call this, this is the remake Harry Warden, guys. This is the remake Harry Warden from My Bloody Valentine 3D. The original Harry Warden is coming up next. And I think you can tell it's the one from the remake because he's in a house. Attacking I can't remember the guy that's got the rifle in the movie. Holy cow, what's going on? And again, Pumpkin King, thank you so much, man. Really do appreciate you. You are I know you're relatively new to the community, and you're proving to be such a great member, so thank you so very much. Trap Rap, Hood Trap Rap. You know what? Put us through it, Erica. I'm curious. I'm really curious to know what you listen to. Like, no bullshit. I know I fuck around a lot, but I can jump from being sincere to being a total bratty boy, like at any point. So I know sometimes it probably seems like I'm giving you shit or whatever, but seriously, I'm very curious to know what everyone's into. Denise was dropping like some second wave English ska. And that just started this whole like ska thing when we did our members only mixtape. It was really fun. Let's see here. Yeah, is Lenny's a cousin of Denny's? Let's see what else we got. So the Harry Warden from the remake. So Jensen Ackles' Harry Warden goes down pretty good. And now we've got the original Harry Warden from the 1981 classic My Bloody Valentine, which is easily the best Valentine's Day slasher, I think. I think it's safe to say that. Let's see what else we got. I say that all the time. Let's see what else we got. Looking Davey. Jason's offering to help Erica hunt people down that don't like the stream. I like that kind of teamwork, Jason. I do appreciate it, especially coming from you. I know that you're a difficult guy to get a hold of, very busy. Although you don't have a Friday the 13th until 2026. So, you know, you got 3 of those, two back-to-back months next year. Very, very exciting. All right, guys, 19 votes, 20 votes? This is a landslide here. I'm just going to close that poll. You guys clearly want another watch party for next week. Again, in case you missed it, we're doing a watch party of Pumpkinhead that's open to everyone, not just members, on the Discord tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern. 1988's Pumpkinhead starring Lance Henriksen. If you haven't seen it before, it's a really fun time. If you've seen it before, I know you're going to want to jump in and check it out again with everyone because it's an absolute blast. Oh my goodness, Erica. Dave, you already shit on my favorite movies. I'm sure you won't like it. Well, I'd be, if I had never seen Scary Movie, I would give it a watch like I did initially, right? So, you know, anyways, guys, holy cow. Okay, wait, I thought it went down even lower. No. So original Harry Warden is pretty good. I totally get it. Just one movie. That's totally cool. We got Hannibal Lecter up next, played by the amazing Anthony Hopkins, which, guys, last week I watched the movie Magic from 1978. That, you know, just got announced as a for a remake, or a remake is in pre-production with Sam Raimi producing. And man, that 1978 Magic film with Anthony Hopkins and the creepy ventriloquial figure, fuck, that's really good. I think I might like that better than Psycho. Maybe that's a hot take. But right now, Hannibal Lecter is in Mount Rushmore worthy. Oh, he's already there. And oh my God, we got Glenn/Glenda from Seed of Chucky. Where's this bad they gonna go? Tell me. From your river. What's happening, Billy Judd? So great to see ya. Welcome on in. Oh my gosh. There we go. Not true. I know from the NES game you're vulnerable to the torch and rocks, and if you wear the mom sweater, you don't take as much damage. Jason, Glenda, get to the bottom. Love it. Fight the Good Fight. Welcome on in, brother. So great to see ya. Says Magic was a great film. Yeah. Anne Margaret, Anthony Hopkins, Burgess Meredith, Ed Lauder from what is he in? I see him in a whole bunch of movies, just bit characters. Yeah, Magic is really good. Holy cow, we got Davey James in the chat. What's happening, Davey James? We have the same first name. Really quick, Glenn/Glenda, passable at best. All right, so out of bottom of the barrel, passable at best. Okay, guys, I see what you're doing. Right now, we've got Ghostface up there. We're not breaking down every single person that's played Ghostface. This is just Ghostface as an entity, as a figure, or as, you know, Christian Bale's Batman would say, a symbol. Ghostface as a symbol. What do you guys think? Boom, Big Rod member for 13 months. Even when Big Rod was living his busy summer life, guys, kept that membership up. That is so awesome. Thank you so much, Big Rod. Really appreciate you, man. 13 months. I think you're right up there with Jamie, and maybe there's another person that's coming up on their 13th month. So Big Rod, you were there right from the beginning. Thank you so much, man. You've passed that 12 months, so you got a different icon next to your name. Which one did I put? I'm gonna jump on over here because I'm curious to see which. You've got the king. You've got Michael wearing the fucking crown. I love it. Guys, I'm going to get to the gifts and everything here really quick. Ghostface is rounding out right about now. And Ghostface, guys, 100% of the votes. Wow. United, not divided. Mount Rushmore fucking worthy. Sorry. I got a little too loud on the mic. I thought I was backed away enough. What's Glenda's body count? There's a few, right? There's like an accidental one, right? I don't know, 2 or 3 maybe, Ben. I don't know. Glenn killed Joan, accidentally dropped the acid on what's his face, on why can't I think of his name right now? He's amazing. The guy with the mustache, the director. What? Why can't I think of this guy's name? What the hell's going on with me? Okay, moving on, because I can't believe that I'm forgetting his name right now. I know you guys are going to tell me, and I'm going to be like, Nerd. The TV ad for Magic gave me nightmares. It's super creepy. Super creepy. All right, guys, so we've got... you fucking guys. Goodbye. I'm fucking with you. We've got fake... What do they even call him? Did they just call him Ghostface? What, did they have a different name for him in Scary Movie? I don't even know, but guys, you're seriously going to put him in Mount Rushmore worthy. I'm... Oh my goodness. Oh my damn. Oh my goodness. They running ham. Yeah, I voted on that one. You bet your bottom dollar I did. It doesn't matter. He's in fucking Mount Rushmore worthy. Oh, you guys are all canceled. Holy cow. Pumpkin King drops. Oh my goodness. 20 memberships. Holy cow. Okay, guys. Nightmare on Elm Street 2010 version of Freddy from Nightmare on Elm Street. I got to jump over to the window over on YouTube because we've got some gifts that have been dropped. This is amazing. 20 memberships have just been gifted by Pumpkin King. That is incredibly generous, Pumpkin King. Thank you so very much, man. Let's go ahead and see who the lucky recipients are here. Dynamite Tiger, Blazin' Asian, Based Logic, Steve Mayers, and Shot by Shot were all gifted memberships from Pumpkin King. And I think that's the last batch. The new batch. Doc Mortis, I Like Scream and Ice Cream, Dennis B, Blaine Pruitt, Chud's Corner are all gifted memberships. How about that? Frank, Frankly Speaking, Riker from the Slaughtered Lamb Movie Podcast, Vinny, Ryan Derrida, Frank's Media and Reviews, and Chris Marshall were all gifted memberships. Welcome on in, folks. And our last group, well, our third or second to last, Chucky Myers 78, actor and star of Strangers Pray at Night, Damien Maffei has received a channel membership from Pumpkin King. That is so cool. Damien was on the channel on Late Night with the Davey last year. That is awesome to see that he got a membership gifted to him. Frederick McDonald, Jess Yellow, and Tommy G 76, all channel members. Guys, thank you so much. Really appreciate you guys throwing the love out there to the Pumpkin King as well. I can only give him so much love so many times. But thank you so much for gifting 20 memberships, Pumpkin King. And guys, if you're a new channel member here, or especially if you're one of the new ones and you're seeing this after the fact, we do streams on Discord that are really fun. We get to let our hair down and do public watch parties and mixtape parties, some stuff that we can't do here on YouTube. Every Sunday we have a members only stream, so whole bunch of fun stuff there for the channel members. Okay, guys, so we got the OG Freddy is up for votes right now. Where did 2010 Nightmare on Elm Street Freddy, bottom of the barrel, below the Driller Killer from Slumber Party Massacre 2 and Glenn/Glenda from Seed of Chucky. And of course, we got our guy Freddy Krueger. I mean, he's part of the big three for a reason, folks. 100% of the votes going to Mount Rushmore worthy so far. That is incredible. You guys know what's up. Did we just become best friends? Yep. All right, now the Entity, A New Nightmare. Wes Craven's new, or yeah, I guess it's just New Nightmare. Wes Craven's New Nightmare Entity Freddy. Holy cow, my voice is like totally shot right now. We got Doc Mortis in the chat. What's happening, Doc? Says, I received word that I was gifted a membership. Thank you, Pumpkin King. And thank you so much for jumping in and saying what's up, Doc. Hope that school is going well for you. And I hope that the fall is treating you well. All obvious craziness aside, I know it's been a wild, wild week, but we come here for community and understanding and respect for one another, right? And however, Leatherface is in damn near top tier, Doc, and I've got a little bit of a problem with that. And I'm also bummed out that the scary movie Ghostface is once again sitting in Mount Rushmore. I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand. These are the things that I can't understand. But yes, Doc, great to see you. I'm so pumped that you got a channel membership. We've got a Discord. We're doing fun stuff over there. I'm sure you heard me say that, but just in case you didn't, I'm no professional, so I'm trying my best. Let's see what else we got going on. Davey, no. What did I do? What did I do? New Nightmare was great, but OG Freddy was the best. And guys, the entity version of Freddy ends up in damn near top tier. Totally get it. I really love Wes Craven's New Nightmare. I think that's a good spot for him. I am really picky about Mount Rushmore worthy. Like, I'd be really picky. But that's why I love putting the vote up to you guys and just seeing what you guys get to say or have to say about it. And then I just, get to kind of blah, blah, blah. It's clearly what I do best is talking about things that don't matter. So yeah, New Nightmare Freddy is in damn near top tier. Now we got the Maniac from the, Elijah Wood's Maniac remake. When was that? Was that like 2012? Something like that. Can we redo OG Leatherface? No. Y'all fucked up and you're gonna have to live with it, and that's life. Doc says Davey Deathray, things are going well. 4.0 GPA in the summer semester. Fall semester is going quite well. I love it. I love it. Can't wait to see what you do with the education. And I can't wait to see you in some movies. I guess that's would be a part of the end game, right? A piece of it. Oh, quit shitting on my scary movies. I'm so sorry, Erica. You're really nice to me. I do gotta stop. I'm sorry. Shame, shame, shame for Davey Deathray. Did Buffy deserve to die in Scary Movie? Well, it's a parody movie, so they could all die. I don't care. I still think New Nightmare is brilliant. Me too. And guys, what's his face? Maniac. Elijah Wood's Maniac ends up in pretty good. All right, so right there, C level, average, right next to John Kramer. What's funny is I haven't seen the original. I've seen that remake. It's very uncomfortable. Not my cup of tea, but no judgment for people who like that. It felt a little too real for me. And I kind of like when the slasher movies are just like a little, I don't know if sillier is the right word. Like Maniac feels a lot different than like, even though Terrifier is gorier, it feels a lot meaner. Yeah, that's what I'll say. Jason says, I'm going back to my lake. I'm tired. See you tomorrow. But Davey, what time is the next stream? So tomorrow, Jason, we're going to be on the Discord. There's a link in the description below if you want to join us over there. By the way, guys, I have no idea who this is on the screen. Who is this on the screen? Who are we voting on right now? I have no idea who this is. But Jason, next stream here on the channel will be Monday night will be the next one. It'll be 9 p.m. Eastern. Hit the Bricks. It's a live podcast with Lee from Drum Dums and Nick from the Lost River Drive-In, as well as myself. And we cover horror movie news and get into discussions with the crowd, the live audience. So it's really, really fun. Hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you won't miss a damn thing. How about that, Jason? And thank you so much for kicking it with us, man. I'm happy you made it to Mount Rushmore. I'm happy that your mommy Dearest is there, as well as your Uncle Roy. Take care. Have a great rest of your night. Who was that, guys? Indeed, end goal is to be in many movies, horror in particular, of course. Hell yeah. Do you have aspirations to like write or do anything behind the camera as well? I'm curious. I would imagine when you take courses that maybe you do take like electives that are outside of the straight performance courses, but I don't know. I'm curious to know what the program's like. I need the time for next stream. Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Hit the notification bell and you'll be alerted. How about that? Who was that? Let's see here. Is anybody saying who that? I'm just like, I don't. Yeah, she's just giving me shit. Esther in second tier. Yes, Esther from The Orphan. Who was the other guy? Who was that guy? And where did we put him? Who was that? Who was that guy? And where the hell? Pretty good. Oh, it's the original Maniac. I'm so sorry. He just looks like wearing the coat and everything with the cap on. I couldn't tell because I usually see him with the wild hair. I'm so sorry, everyone. Yeah, it's Joe Spinell. So I feel like such a moron. Esther ended up in pretty good. And then we've got Cropsy from The Burning, another Tom Savini creation here on the board. Let's see where Cropsy ends up. I've only seen The Burning once, guys. It was a blind buy for me. And I thought it was okay. I got to watch it again. I didn't quite fall in love with it. It was a bit too... Harvey Weinstein wrote the story for The Burning, and you can tell. I'll just say that. It was a bit too, like, grossly hypersexualized. Yeah, I don't know. For those of you who know me, I mean, I don't like making, like, inappropriate sexual jokes, like, whatever. I'm like, kind of, whatever it is. Like, if it's funny, it's funny. I don't really care. But the mixing of the horror with the sexy stuff, like, even, like, Sleepaway Camp, it felt kind of dirty. Like, some of that stuff, I'm just like, oh, like, this is, I mean, I'm not into censorship. I'm not going to, like, tell people that stuff shouldn't be written or produced or that people shouldn't like it. But, I mean, I can say what I feel comfortable with personally. And it just made me feel a little dirty. I didn't think it was a bad movie or anything. The Burning kind of has that vibe. The Maniac remake certainly has that vibe. I've never seen the original. I would imagine the original kind of blurs those lines a little bit. The sexual stuff in horror, I want it to be separate from the violence, preferably. I know. I'm an old fuddy-duddy. What can I say? All right, guys. We've got a Cropsy ended up in... Where do y'all put Cropsy in? Pretty good. Okay, so C rating there for Cropsy. I think that's pretty fair. Just one movie. I know he's a total classic character and everything, but that makes sense there. Doc says, I actually started YouTube to be behind the camera. I'm not opposed to it. For now, I'm focusing on acting. The class I'm taking now is beginning acting. Other classes I'm taking are for writing. Hell yeah, that's really cool. I wish you all the best. I want to see people succeed, man. I am just, I want to see people succeed and fulfill their dreams and have the happiest lives and the longest lives that they can. As long as they're not being total turds to other people. Or limiting other people's happiness or whatever it is. Let's see here. We got Dark Room reviews. Our guy Joel. What's happening, Joel? So great to see ya. All right, so right now, guys, Chucky. I think that's obvious. Some of these, if I'm like, I know y'all can take it and run with it. So original Chucky is closing out right now. He is Mount Rushmore worthy, almost 100% of the votes. And now we got remake Chucky. Ooh, watch the sea divide. Oh my, the parting of the Red Sea, of the blood Red Sea here. 2019's Child Play. This one was a struggle for me. It just felt like it didn't need to be called Child's Play. And the face, dude, it just looks bad. It's not even scary. Cropsy is a true story. Yeah, the way they use it in The Burning is a little bit different, but yeah, it's a true like folklore or like, yeah, I mean like a person that was kidnapping and killing kids in the New York, New Jersey area in the 70s, 60s or 70s. Yeah, it's wild. If you had Taco Bell, you've seen The Burning. The Burning is mid at best. that's how I felt about it. Again, I've only seen it once. I think it's tough to have like the full scope of a movie if you've only seen it once. So I just like, I understand that about, you know, like, you know, people that don't like Halloween Ends. I'm always like, watch it more than once. If you hated it, I'm guessing you only watched it once. And I think Halloween Ends is a great film. You can hate me for that. Maybe that's controversial. But yeah, I think The Burning is just sort of like, it's there, you know. Remake Freddy, guys, or Chucky. Sorry. Well, let's see. Remake Chucky, almost down there with remake Freddy, at passable at best, right next to his child Glenn / Glenda. Well, not his child because it's remake Chucky. So his Elseworlds child, Glenn / Glenda. Great nod to Ed Wood with the Glenn / Glenda. I like that. I like that nod. The raft scene in The Burning's awesome. Yeah. I think that's the best part of the movie for sure. All right, guys. We've got Chop Top from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Bill Moseley's Chop Top. Where are we putting him? Where are we putting him? Well, he's in our Mount Rushmore here as well, Joel. How about that? And we'll take a look at all of this once all is said and done. I'll be able to like kind of zoom out a little bit. We'll be able to see everything, so we're all good. So Davey, I like Chucky, particularly the first 2 films. God, my voice is cracking just because it's so dry. Particularly the first 2 films, I really like Chucky. I like the third movie pretty all right. You know, I wasn't scared by Chucky even when I was a kid, but I was so fascinated. Fell in love with the character. Really loved the Chucky stuff, especially when I was a kid. Brad Hawk Talk is joining us right now. Says, hey, all, looks like Mount Rushmore will need more heads sculpted. It's going to take the whole, we're going to have to go down to the Rockies. We're going to have to use a whole mountain range, Brad, for all of these people that are in Mount Rushmore. Where did we end up putting Chop Top? Let's see where he goes or where he went. Chop Top. Pretty good. All right. And where is Captain Spaulding going to end up? 100% of the votes in Mount Rushmore worthy. Well, that's just 1 vote so far. Guys, you got just over a minute to get your votes in. Where is Captain Spaulding going to go? The late, great Sid Haig, who by all accounts was such a sweet dude. A great performer, man. Just talk about letting loose and letting go in a character. And yeah, maybe his characters to a certain degree are sort of samey or what have you, but just a wild performer. Love it. Let's see what else we got going on here. Just taking a little break from my throat. It's just funny that the victims' facial expressions in the raft scene are more pouty than terrified. They're like, "Oh, why am I getting killed? Me, I'm getting killed on a raft." Is that what it's like, Aaron? Aye, Captain Spaulding. Howard Gopher and Doc. Permission to come aboard, sir. When you see it, you won't unsee it. They're just like, I'm so mad and I'm getting killed on a raft. Sorry, guys. I've been live for over 5 hours now. So what can you do? I'm getting ridiculous. Okay, Captain Spaulding ended up in Mount Rushmore worthy. Holy shit, I'm pretty surprised. Not hating, just surprised. And we got our guy Tony Todd, Candyman, be my victim. Oh my goodness, Candyman. When we're talking sexy 90s horror movies, guys. None is sexier than Candyman. Right? What is it? Virginia Madsen, right? And Tony Todd, pretty hot stuff. And right now, Tony Todd, with just under 50 seconds left, looking like it's going to be Mount Rushmore. We're seeing a little bit of the other tiers jumping in there, but it looks like it's going to be Mount Rushmore worthy. And yeah, I mean, Tony Todd, man, what a all over the place in horror. Great voice. Man, his voice, the performance they got and what they allowed him to do, create the creative freedom he was given in Final Destination Bloodlines. It's a really tough to nail a tribute the way that they did in that film. It can come off as corny or heavy-handed, or you know, it can even reach cringy territory if it's too corny. And I was genuinely, you know, covered in goosebumps watching that scene in Final Destination Bloodlines. I thought it was really, really well handled. And there you go. The great Tony Todd, rest in peace. We got Candyman in Mount Rushmore. Yes. And all right, guys, this is an interesting one. This isn't a movie villain, but this is the Brandon James Ghostface, or the Brandon James Mask version of Ghostface from the first 2 seasons of the Scream television show on MTV. Say what you want. Some people hate this show. I usually don't like television. You guys know how I feel about TV. I really like the first 2 seasons of this show. I like that it's different. And yeah, maybe you can sort of predict who the killer's going to be in the first season. You know, I think it's easier in the first than the second. But I like the characters. I like the twists and the turns. You know, like characters like Brooke. She's sort of like the bitchy, snobby, rich girl at the beginning of the show. And you're like, oh, I'm going to hate this character and she's going to die really early on or whatever. And the more the show goes on, you're like, damn, this performance is so good and this character is so well realized. And I think it's the same actress that plays Jay Quellen in the Key and Peele skit with the substitute teacher. I'm pretty sure it's the same actress. She just does it for me. I'm usually not into like the super skinny gals or whatever. I mean, nothing against it. It's just I love curves. I like curves. What can I say? But she is pretty smoking. I will say that. And I think it's a lot of times for me, guys, it's a combination of the looks and the prowess of the performance, the skill, the talent. All right. So Brandon James' version of Ghostface ends up in Mount Rushmore worthy. All right. Well, that evens out the Scary Movie version of Ghostface being in there. So Mask is crap. Well, it's supposed to be different. I mean, have you seen the show, Erica? Yeah, it is supposed to be a little different for sure. Let's see here. I had the pleasure to meet him. Incredibly nice man. Tony Todd. That is really, really cool. It's like an insert here face. Yeah, it gives a great blowy. That mask. I mean, you don't need a fleshlight. What you need is a greased up Brandon James Scream mask, right? Just drop some petroleum jelly all over that thing. I mean, you can even go eye hole if you have to. I don't know. I don't think I would fit. Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. That is too much. That is too much information. Too much alpha talk going on right now. I saw a few episodes, but the mask bothered me. Fair enough. Hey, if you watch a few episodes of a show and it ain't working for you, get the fuck out. That's what I do. I'm so sorry, Erica. I know. I'm gross. I'm gross. And ugly. So even worse. Even worse. Amanda seems to think it's funny, at least. I'll take that. Same with Ashton. Mike thinks it's funny, too. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. God, 75% of people think it's funny. I guess you think it's funny, too, with the lols. All right. I'll take all the lols you got. You know, that mask ain't going to be lolling when I'm done with it. I'll tell you that much. Okay, that's it. I'm serious. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. Guys, what do we got going on? Task at hand. I must have missed one, too. Who did I miss? We got Billy from the original Black Christmas. I know it's tough to see. It's like, is that person wearing a hood? Nope, it's Billy from Black Christmas about to stab with the unicorn. Oh, and right before that, we had Billy from the Black Christmas 06 remake. It's kind of tough to tell. You see a little bit of that jaundice there. And Billy from the remake, from the 06 remake, ends up in Mount Rushmore worthy. So, guys, over 40% of these 60 characters y'all are putting in Mount Rushmore. It is going to take the entire Rockies to etch all of these faces in there. I shit you not. And we've got the original Billy. Where does he look like he's ending up? Holy cow, pretty good. So original Billy is going to be a C level, and Billy from the remake is going to be an A+. Wow, I'm surprised. You guys are sort of breaking my heart, but that's okay, because this is just art that we're talking here. Let's see here. Well, I appreciate that, Erica. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Ashton says you should have heard him on Good Reel. Yeah, I do let it fly a little bit. You know what? I think everyone knows that I'm not trying to be a true creep. So I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Shut your pretty effing face, Davey. Okay, will do. Will do. He knows he's pretty. Stop it. When Art comes around, I'm voting Mount Rushmore, so you all do it too. Okay. All right, Billy, a different Billy from a different Christmas slasher movie, Silent Night, Deadly Night, the OG. Billy from the OG Black Christmas, guys. Pretty good. Kind of surprised. I am kind of surprised. And Billy from Silent Night, Deadly Night. Nothing against that movie, but it looks like he's going to be a slam dunk for Mount Rushmore worthy. Wow. Wow. Let's see here. I'm glad Peter wasn't the killer in the original Black Christmas. They handle it very well, Billy. I think they handled it very well. Yeah. They give you that certain amount of doubt, for sure. OG Billy's phone calls alone should put him in the higher tier than that. Yeah. It's some of the most shocking shit I've ever heard in a movie. All right, guys. So Billy from Silent Night, Deadly Night. I almost said Black Christmas, and then I almost said Christmas, Bloody Christmas. Whatever. Now we got the Cupid Killer from Valentine, from 2001's Valentine. Right? No, this isn't the Cupid Killer. Sorry, this is Happy Death Day. Cupid Killer isn't even on the list. I want the Cupid Killer to be on the list because I think the look is pretty cool. The movie's not great, but the look is really cool. But this is Happy Death Day, right? Right. The original is great, but Billy is not a memorable killer. Fair enough. I think that's fair. To me, I think the phone calls make him memorable, but he did only have one movie. But so did the 06 version, only had one movie, and he's sitting there with his face etched in rock, you know? So where are you guys going to put the Happy Death Day killer here? Is that mask scary? Gosh, I just don't know. I think I like the Brandon James mask better than this one, for sure. Don't know if this mask is really scary. Yeah, that's not Angel. God, David Boreanaz, or as I like to call him, David Boring All of Us. That's what I call him. All right, guys, we are coming to the end. We've got, I think, just a few more after the Happy Death Day baby face killer, who ends up in pretty good. And we've got our boy Art the Clown. Everyone, all the people my age and older are like, you can't call Art the Clown an icon. He's not iconic. And it's fucking tired, bro. Like, it's so tired. There are some YouTubers who I love. I'm not naming names. There are some YouTubers that I love that just always bring up that he's not reached iconic status yet. Wrong. You're telling me Michael Myers wasn't iconic by the time that like H4 was about to come out? Or after H4, since that's the third movie with Michael Myers? You're telling me that Jason wasn't iconic after Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D? Freddy wasn't iconic after Dream Warriors? I think it really is a get off my lawn kind of way of thinking to say that Art is not an icon. Go to a horror. Anyone that says he's not an icon, go to a fucking horror convention. Tell me what you see on the merch tables, from the vendors, on people's t-shirts, on kids' t-shirts, or with the cosplay. Tell me what you see. I don't know, you're going to see a fuckload of Terrifier. That's for damn sure. It doesn't matter what our personal opinion is on how we feel about the character. We don't want to give him that status. I think he's there. I think Art the Clown is absolutely a horror icon. Like it or not, that's just how it is. And there he is, Mount Rushmore worthy. Art is definitely an icon. Art is iconic, says Davey James. Okay, who's the lonely one? Vote for pretty good, ban. People that haven't even seen the Terrifier movies know who Art the Clown is. And that says it more than anything. Yeah, sure. You can make the argument that like one of the arguments I've heard is like he's not part of the mainstream pop culture. Well, mainstream pop culture is a lot different than it was in the 80s. And I think he is part of that. He's just not part of the pop culture mainstream that people that are like 40 and older are paying attention to. Like, I don't spend a lot of time on TikTok, but I'm pretty sure he's got to be all over the place, right? So it's like what Freddy was to the MTV generation, like Art is that for the current generation. And yeah, people that haven't, like, I knew who he was before I watched those movies. Yeah, absolutely, Amanda, 100%. All right, guys, we've got Angela from Sleepaway Camp rounding out. 15 seconds left here for Angela. Where is she going to end up? Where is she at right now? Currently in Mount Rushmore worthy. All right. And it looks like, yeah, 50-50 on top tier and Mount Rushmore worthy. And it's going to automatically bump her up. And now we've got, I can't remember the character's name, but we've got, gosh, what's this actress's name? I love her so much in Who's Harry Crumb? Fuck, why can't I think of her name right now? Shawnee. It's not Shawnee Vincent. That's a different one, right? Shawnee Smith? Is that who this is? Shawnee Smith, yeah. Amanda Young is the character's name, is that right? Okay, I'll trust you, Billy. Trust you, Billy. Oh, Billy. Yeah. Yep. There you go. There you go. Todd says, I don't care for the Terrifier movies, but Art is iconic. That's a reasonable person right here. That's what reasonable people do, guys. We need more reason in our world, that even if something isn't something you like, you could at least see that there's some inherent, irrevocable value in it. And that goes beyond just how we feel about movies and music and whatever. We can apply that to everything in our lives. It's okay to take a step back and say, I don't like this thing very much, but the truth is undeniable. All right, where are we putting Amanda Young here? She is going to be right next to Jigsaw, fittingly so, at pretty good. Very curious to, I guess I just didn't know how many Saw fans we've got in the house, but you know, not as many as I thought, or not as many as I assumed, I guess. Oh, she's so good in the Blob remake. Oh my god, and she is really very attractive. I think Shawnee Smith is like, I mean, I wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating crackers. I'd let her put the Brandon James mask on me, if you know what I'm saying. You know, I'd clear off a spot for her to sit. Come here, Shawnee. Where you at? Let me get your chair ready for you. I'm sorry, guys. I can't stop with the dirty shit. I'm trying, but I can't. OMG, the Blob is iconic. Yes, love the Blob. What about Friday the 13th 7? Slimy Drive, Misery, Annie Wilkes, Colobos, multiple personalities. Well, I don't know what Slimy Drive is, Arturitas, and welcome on in. Kicking it with the Death Squad. We're actually just rounding it out, guys. This is the killer from Alice Sweet Alice. I think this mask is fucking scary as shit. This thing, oh my god, that look right there with the eyes, with the side eye, very uncomfortable. I know it's just one movie. I would probably put this one in damn near top tier just for how scary it is to me. A little bit of a giallo feel for this one. And then boom, there it is, guys. 60 slasher horror villains ranked. So let's take a step back. It's been a very busy 2 hours, 9 minutes, and 45 seconds. Thank you for reminding everyone, Erica. Yeah, guys, hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't. Share the channel with someone who you think would dig hanging out with all of these amazing people in the chat. And if they can at least deal with me for some of the time, then it's probably bearable. You could always just put me on mute and just chat with your friends. Yeah, that's an option as well. I know I'm a problem. Last year I was at a fall vendor fest thing, and I heard an ordinary couple looking at an Art the Clown handmade craft mentioning Terrifier. Yeah, people know what it is. I think the people that I've heard talking about it on YouTube don't get out very often, unfortunately. I know. Shawnee, come here, girl. Come here, girl. Oh my goodness. Put me away. Put a straitjacket on me. Ashton says, outside of Tiffany not being Mount Rushmore, it's a good list. The Blob remake rocks. Yes, it does. Man, those 80s remakes were incredible. I have objections to your statement, Ashton. You do have objections just on some of the others. Well, yeah, I think let's just go over everything, guys. I'm going to take a sip of water, but let's take a look at all the categories here. I wonder, can I click and we can see? Okay, how about that? I can click on each one and we can see how the votes went. Okay, let's let this sit and marinate for a little bit. Okay. See if I can stop talking dirty for a second. Talk dirty to me. All right, guys. Mount Rushmore worthy. 42% of the 60 slasher villains were placed into Mount Rushmore worthy. That's a big, big number. We've got the original Freddy Krueger. 100% of the vote went to Mount Rushmore worthy. You guys were all on the same page there. We've got remake Jason Voorhees, another 100%er. And it looks like that's how it's going to go. They're going to stack them based on how many votes they got. Ghostface, 100%. Jason Voorhees, original Jason with the hockey mask, almost 100%. 83% Mount Rushmore worthy. That puts him there. Tony Todd as Candyman, the original Candyman, 75% Mount Rushmore worthy. The original Chucky, I believe this is from Child's Play 2, this picture, 82% Mount Rushmore worthy. Pinhead from Hellraiser, 82% Mount Rushmore worthy. Art the Clown, 89% Mount Rushmore worthy. Hannibal Lecter, 100%. Michael Myers, 89%. Y'all are doing that to my boy. Look at what you did to him. Look at what you did to him. Anyways. Remake Michael Myers. 100%. Fucking A. I swear you guys are just messing with me, and I'm trying to be good-natured about it. Pamela Voorhees, 89%. Roy Burns, 80%. Captain Spaulding, 58%. Norman Bates, 78%. Billy from Silent Night, Deadly Night, 67%. Bill Skarsgård's Pennywise, 75%. Scary Movie Ghostface, 50%. Lucky fuck. Tim Curry's Pennywise, which to me is far scarier, 63%. Angela from Sleepaway Camp, 50%. Jason, it's Brandon James. I'm like Jason instead of James. Brandon James, Ghostface from Scream, the TV show, 44%. Leatherface from the 03 remake, 44%. Patrick Bateman, 57%. Billy from 06 Black Christmas, 75%. The Stepfather from the Stepfather remake, and the glaring omission here is there's not the original Stepfather, 50%. Let's just go ahead and put the original Terry O'Quinn Stepfather right there next to this guy. If this guy deserves to be there, so does the original. And then in damn near top tier, 17% of the characters ended up in there. We have New Nightmares, Freddy Entity, 64% was damn near top tier. Sam from Trick or Treat, 75% damn near top tier. Leatherface, this one's the heartbreaker, 45% got him in damn near top tier. The Killer from the Town That's Dreaded Sundown, 71%. Tiffany from the Chucky series, 56%. Ricky, which is Billy's brother from Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, 50%. The Prowler, 38%. The Tall Man, 50%. Leslie Vernon, 29%. Alex from Prom Night, 50%. Almost passable at best, guys. It was only 2 votes on that one. Wow. John Kramer from Jigsaw, 64%. This is all, pretty good. 32% of the characters went there. This is taking forever saying all the percentage, so I'm just going to go through and we'll show them on screen. Maniac from the remake is in there. We got the remake of My Bloody Valentine's, Harry Warden. We've got Samara from The Ring. We've got the killer from Alice Sweet Alice, the Happy Death Day killer. We got Cropsy from The Burning. We've got the original Joe Spinell Maniac there. We've got the fisherman killer Ben Willis from I Know What You Did Last Summer. I can't remember this character's name. Lupita Nyong'o's character from Us. Agnes from Black Christmas 06. Billy from the original Black Christmas. Esther from The Orphan. The original Harry Warden from My Bloody Valentine. Leprechaun. Victor Crowley from Hatchet. Chop Top from TCM2. And Hoffman from the Saw franchise. And then at passable at best, 5%, guys. Chucky from the remake. Glenn/Glenda. Driller Killer with the guitar from Slumber Party Massacre 2. And gosh, we didn't have Russ Thorne, the original Slumber Party Massacre killer. I'm gonna go ahead and say he's pretty good. And then bottom of the barrel, 5%. Freddy from the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, Jack Frost from Jack Frost, and the Groucho Marx killer from Terror Train. How about that? 60 horror slasher villains ranked by you guys, the audience. You all have been amazing tonight. Thank you so much. Man, the super chats were flying in. Even after we had the super chat goal reached, Pumpkin King was purchasing memberships for people. Even the great Damien Maffei from The Strangers Pray at Night is now a Davey Deathray channel member. I'm going to hang my hat on that one, even though he didn't buy it himself. I'm hanging my hat on it, Damien. I'll run with that one. And thank you. Yeah. Thank you to everybody, everyone that participated in the voting, everyone that put up with my dirty talk about the Brandon James mask and anything else. Sorry, Shawnee Smith. I'm so sorry. I just think you're great, and I think you're very attractive. I'm very, very sorry. You guys have been amazing. Let me take a sip of water. We'll hang out for a few more minutes. Why the fuck not, right? OG Jason needs to be 100%. I think OG Myers needs to be 100%. I mean, what the hell? We got Raj Ram in the house. What's happening, Raj? So great to see ya. Let's see. We've got, Red from Us. Thank you so much, Billy. Really do appreciate it, man. I'm glad to see Angela on the list. What an ending. Oh, my goodness. That movie is fucking wild. I do think having to toggle between YouTube and theater page accounted for some mistakes due to loss of focus. I might have messed up a couple times. No worries. This isn't, it doesn't need to be exact science. We're just having fun here. So, and we'll just get more used to it as we go. 90 seconds is the most time I can give for each one. So, I think that's fair. I think tonight worked a lot better than last week where it just felt like a fucking sprint. It was exhausting. Yeah. Amanda says, I'm glad that I got to join tonight since I missed the last Tiermaker. Oh, and this one was so much more fun, Amanda. So I'm glad you got to join as well. Thank you for kicking it with us. Antonis disagrees with where the remake Freddy is ranked. I'm sort of surprised he's all the way at the bottom. The tier page. Yeah. It's not exact science. We're all good. We have a half hour. Let's go till 2. Oh my gosh. Well, I've been talking for 5.5 hours, so I might need a break here. We can go for another 11 minutes. How about that, guys? How about that? That'll be 2.5 hours of this stream, and then it's already streamed 3 hours over on Good Real Hunting. So my voice needs a break, and I need to actually finish dinner since it's 10:30 over here. Let's see. I know Paula is trying to party. She really is trying to party. Well, I don't know. Do you guys have any questions for me? Should I cover the other news items that I thought about covering that I didn't cover? Should I just jump into those? They're just little things, but we could jump into those, or we could just shoot the shit. I don't know. What do you guys got? What do you got? How about this, guys? How about this? So I'm going to end up putting a poll out there for, which movie we're going to watch for our watch party next week on Discord. Remember, tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern, Pumpkinhead on Discord. But for next week, throw out some titles to me, guys. What movies should I put in a poll? I can only do 4 movies in a YouTube poll, and then I'll also put the same poll in the Discord as well. So what are some that we should enter into the running? Give me some ideas. I'm not saying I'll take it. I'm not saying I won't, but I'm just curious to know really the only criteria. I want to make sure it's on one of the streaming platforms. That's the only way we have to really, you know, we share our screen. So something that Erica or myself has access to would basically be the requirement, the room of requirement. And hopefully Erica, because my internet isn't as good as hers. Right, Erica? Right? Am I right? Am I right? I'm right. All right. Come on. Let's see what you guys are saying. Davey says, I joined in late, but this was fun. Subscribed. Hell yeah, Davey. I'm so happy we could earn the sub, man. I swear, this community is so amazing. These people in the chat, dude, they are incredible. The you know, tonight was like it was, I mean, we always have fun. Tonight was really fun, but we're not afraid to I try to be very open. I try to be vulnerable and humble, and you know, if something's going on in my life that I'm having in the last year, I've gone through a whole bunch of changes and everything. I try to be as open as I can because I look for support all over in my life, and I want people to feel the same kind of way. So we're a very supportive community. We have a lot of fun, and it's a beautiful thing. So thank you so much for subscribing. I look forward to seeing you pop into some more streams. If you're not signed up on the Discord, there's a link in the description below, so you can click that link. It's free to join the Discord. So we're going to do that watch party over there tomorrow, and the movie will be displayed on the screen, so you don't even have to have your own copy or matchup or anything like that. We'll be able to watch it all together. And then the next stream over here is going to be on Monday night. I do a bi-weekly show called Hit the Bricks. It's a live show with Lee from Drum Dums and Nick from the Lost River Drive-In, and we talk about horror movie news. We have topical discussion, and we engage with the audience as well. So plenty of fun here. I usually go live like 4 times a week, 3 or 4, I would say at least. So yeah, there you go. There it is. As I'm like blind to the chat as I'm giving you the whole spiel, and I could just click on the lovely little chat that Erica put in there. So on YouTube, that has not been decided. Paula, thank you for reminding me though. Guys, at the end of September, we are going to do a traditional watch party over here on YouTube, which yes, it means that I can't show the movie, but I know some people still want a watch party over here. I figure I can do that once a month over here on YouTube. So there is a poll on the channel's community page. We have 50 votes so far. Thank you so much to everyone that voted. So I don't have it scheduled yet. It is going to be sometime in September, probably, you know, towards the end of the month. The 4 movies that we have to choose from are Sinister, Hush, The Strangers Pray at Night, with our new channel member, Damien Maffei, no big deal, and the Cabin in the Woods. And right now, The Strangers Pray at Night is winning with 40% of 50 votes. So what? That is 20 of the 50 votes are going to Strangers Pray at Night. But if you have not voted on that, please do. That'll be the next YouTube watch party. Artur Etus asks, is your second job a wet t-shirt analyst? That would be really cool. I'd be down. If you have an open position for... do you mean like a wet t-shirt contest judge? I'd be into that. I would be into that. Yep. You want first watch suggestions? You got any better suggestions? Whatever you got, Amanda. What's happening, Sean? So good to see you. We're all wrapped up with the Tiermaker, the voting and all that stuff, but let me, oh, I didn't mean to do that. I totally fucked up. Oh, no, there it is. Okay. Woo, I thought I fucked up. Here you go, Sean. If you want to see where everyone put the slasher horror icons, there we are. Oh, there it is. Okay, so that's the Mount Rushmore. Damn near top tier. Pretty good. Passable at best and bottom of the barrel. There we are. Let's see what we got. I'm going to check after this, but if it's available on Shudder, Ghost Ship. All right. Chester says, hit the bricks rules. Not going to want to miss it, Davey James. Hell yeah, man. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate you, bud. I hope you get one of those free memberships that gets thrown down. And hey, even if not, like if you're ever curious as to what the membership entails, twice a month we go live on Discord for a watch party and a mixtape party. We do one of each of those a month. And then every other week we're live here on YouTube for a members only like discussion. And that's open for all members. And there's a tier that's just 99 cents a month. So if you're the type of YouTube audience member that likes to have memberships and stuff like that, it's like, I mean, $1 a month. And you get at least 4 streams. You get early access to like pre-recorded videos and stuff like that too. So a whole bunch of fun stuff. I'll stop doing the commercial thing there. Please review Silicone Party Massacre Nightmare on Hooter Street. I know who you milfed last summer. Are those real movies? I don't even know. Sound like porno movies. And we're not going to cover that here on the channel. Ghost Ship is amazing. What's the terrible choice? What's the terrible choice? Strangers Pray at Night? You don't like Strangers Pray at Night? I like that one. Or are you talking about Ghost Ship? I don't know. Take care, Mike. Really appreciate you. Yeah, guys, you don't have to drop anything here in the chat, but if you have any movies that you would like to, you know, be entered into a poll for the watch party, the public watch party next week on Discord, then just let me know. Let me know. Okay. Oh, you want me to talk about the articles? Okay, sweet. Todd, thank you so much for kicking it, man. Really do appreciate you. Really appreciate the membership. And I hope you have a great rest of your evening, sir. Yeah, do you guys want to get in some news? Let's have some fun here. How about that? So, check this crazy shit out. It's the only Strangers movie I've seen. I enjoy it. But, you know, what the hell do I know, huh? John Doe Juggalo is in the chat. What's happening, Jeff? So great to see you, my guy. Appreciate you jumping in. We're all done with the live tier ranking. We've been going for almost 2.5 hours. But I can cover some news here because we've got some news that I didn't get to cover earlier. So let's check that out. And let's go like that. Don't go in that house, bitch. I need more water, guys. Oh, yeah. ASMR water pouring. How about that? I'm calling a cat. Meow, meow. Okay, here we go, guys. Y'all ready for this? I need one more sip. I am so parched. Guys, if you just joined the stream, we wrapped up the live Tiermaker ranking. I'm going to jump into some news to finish the stream out. We've been going for about 2.5 hours. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share the channel with someone who you think would dig this kind of content because the community is growing. It is awesome. I'm just a little part of that. You guys are a huge part of it. So thank you so much for the support, the sense of community, the camaraderie, everything. I love it. I love you guys. You are fucking awesome. Let's jump into some news. How about it? Okay, guys, so the Eli Roth fund just doesn't seem to end. The other month, we got that fake trailer for The Piano Killer. He's really leaning into that whole, like, grindhousey feel, like the original Thanksgiving trailer that we got with the Grindhouse films from many, many years ago. And I really loved Thanksgiving from 2023. It's actually my favorite Eli Roth film. It was just so much fun and a great love letter to the 80s and 90s slashers that I just completely adore. And I saw this came out, I don't know, it says a week ago. So this news story is a little old. I just must have missed it scrolling through, just looking for the meatier chunks of the more popular franchises. So I totally missed this, but I watched it just earlier today. It totally cracked me up. Props go to Amanda for bringing it to my attention because I probably just would have continued to miss this until it became a bigger story. But the article here from John Squires of Bloody Disgusting reads, "Don't go in that house, bitch. Eli Roth and Snoop Dogg team for feature-length horror movie. And we're definitely getting into that cheesy, fun, campy kind of vibe here. You're going to see a lot of performers from Thanksgiving. I wouldn't be surprised if this idea was hatched or even filmed at the same time, because, or, I mean, you know, some of the actors, like the gentleman here, he looks like he's aged a little bit since Thanksgiving. You'll see him a little bit more when we watch the trailer together, but just looks really fun. And let's read about this developing story. The article says, 3 weeks after releasing the faux trailer, "Don't Go in That House, Bitch," Eli Roth has announced that his Horror Section Studios will produce a feature version of the fake trailer. The trailer for "Don't Go in That House, Bitch" took a page out of the playbook of Edgar Wright's Grindhouse trailer, Don't, with Eli Roth enlisting the help of Snoop Dogg for voiceover narration. The trailer showed different characters repeatedly going into the house that Snoop is warning them not to go inside, where increasingly deranged horrors are unleashed upon them. Variety reports that both Roth and Snoop Dogg will produce the real feature version. The outlet notes, quote, "Media Capital Technologies and the Horror Section are on board to fully finance and produce. Snoop will also write and produce music for the film's soundtrack," end quote. Roth previews, quote, "There are some ideas that are so ridiculous, they don't let you sleep. I have always wanted to make the ultimate haunted house movie, but something unlike any we've seen, something full-on insane and over the top. When I shared the idea with Snoop, he got it immediately, and it was a no-brainer to make this film together. Snoop loves horror movies, and I want this to be the ultimate collab, bringing out the craziest from both of us. Just don't say we didn't warn you." And we can watch the fake trailer down below. Let's go ahead and get that rolling here, guys. I'm going to make sure it doesn't, you know, blow our ears off or anything like that. Oh my goodness. Come on. Come on, y'all. There we go. We're going to make it full screen. I'm going to cut the music over here and mute the mic. And then we can all enjoy this ridiculous fake trailer. How about it? So let's just go ahead and there we are. All right, guys. The fake trailer for "Don't Go in That House, Bitch." Oh my gosh. I love it. I don't want every horror movie to be like a total joke like this or anything like that. Like, I understand that it's niche and all that, but I don't know. When we got these little corners where people like Eli Roth are just like doing whatever they want and having a blast and giving us things that we would never see unless somebody was willing to take the you know, off the wall crazy kind of chance to come up with an idea like this and actually like bring it to fruition and want to make a whole movie out of it. Like, I think this is, I'll take all that you got. I would rather see Eli Roth do this silly stuff than the stuff he was doing like earlier on in his career. I felt like those movies were just a little too mean for me. So I like the silly stuff. Yeah, it seems like you guys are really digging it too. It's already better than Scary Movie. Oh shit! Watch what you say in front of Erica. She might, you know. Yeah. Davey James says Snoop Dogg. Yep, I'm in. Anything Snoop narrates is funny. Yeah, super excited for this. I think it looks pretty fun. So yeah. So let me just. I'm gonna finish out the news story. I'm gonna act like I didn't just bring up all the chats and everything like that, and then we'll move into the next thing. So yeah, guys, it seems like everyone in the chat is really digging this so far. For all of you that haven't said anything, let me know your thoughts in the chat. For those of you that are watching after the fact, thank you so much for tuning in and checking out the video. Jump on into the comments and let me know your thoughts. Do you like this silly, off-the-wall kind of horror? Are you an Eli Roth fan? Are you a Snoop Dogg fan? Or do you think that horror is just getting a little too silly with stuff like this? Let me know in the comments down below, and make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, share the channel with someone who you think would dig this kind of content, because we're talking about horror movie news all the time here on the channel, whether it's the big three, weird stuff like this, even if it's you know, for movies, TV shows, comic books, video games, whatever, as long as it tickles our fancy in some sort of way, we're going to talk about it. So make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Okay, I got off my game for a little bit and had to recalibrate, but I'll be able to clean all that up in the edit, don't you worry, guys. Don't go in Erica's house, bitch. So funny. I love the guy that plays Scuba in the guy that played Scuba in Thanksgiving, that's at the very end there. He cracks me up. I don't know. I love all those actors from Thanksgiving, though. I got such a crush on everyone from that movie. So, hey, what's happening, hot stuff yourself, huh? Well, Matt, we did the live Tiermaker ranking where everyone got to vote on slasher villains. It was wild. The 03 Leatherface made it to Mount Rushmore, but the original didn't. And I'm having a tough time getting over it. But now we're covering just a couple news items before signing off for the rest of the evening. Ben Grimm says, I love a rap song about the movie on a soundtrack. Oh, it's the best, right? Like the movie ends and it's like, bam! They're just rapping about like the actual plot. Yes, I know exactly what you're saying. And I'm right there with you, Ben. I am right there with you. Tremors, Critters, Gremlins. I'm always down for a horror comedy. All right. That's what Davey wants to see for the watch party. Okay. We just did Tremors on the channel. We could do Critters. We could throw Critters in there. Ghoulies. I've never seen any of the Ghoulies movies. Should we throw a Ghoulies movie on there? Shot by Shot says, yo, what's up, guys? I just got back from seeing the new Conjuring film, and it sucked like all the other ones. I'm sorry. Sorry for that, Shot by Shot. But hey, welcome to membership, bud, because the Pumpkin King laid waste earlier, dropping all sorts of super chats and purchased 20 channel memberships. So you got a membership for a month. We do a bunch of fun stuff over on the Discord server, which you are a part of, and that no one else has access to, just the channel members. So welcome on in. And hey, check this out. Damien Maffei from The Strangers Pray at Night is also a channel member now. So how cool is that? Boom. Yeah, you didn't get your chance to shit on Michael Myers. You were watching a bad movie instead. How dumb do you feel? No, I'm just joking. Just giving you shit, SBS. Ghoulies 3, Ghoulish 3 is a Ghoulies Goes to College. Or Ghoulies 3 is Ghoulies Go to College. I want to start with the first one because I haven't seen any of them. But maybe we can work our way up to Ghoulies 3, Ghoulies Go to College. Let's cover the last little news item here, guys. This is totally ridiculous and kind of just for me. This is wild. I've never seen this movie, but I love me some Clint Howard, and I'm going to have to watch this one soon. Guys, I am actively watching movies I've never seen before. So, getting near 10 this spooky season so far. So, I know I haven't seen everything. Just give me a break. That's all I'm saying. Give me a break. You know what I mean? I think the first two, I like the first two. Yeah. Halloween season movie would be cool. Well, check this out, Ben. Tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern, we're watching Pumpkinhead over on the Discord. That's for everyone. And then next week, we're going to do it as well. So I'm looking for people to recommend movies to put in a poll. So if there's a movie that you would like to have as part of the public watch party on Discord next week, because we reached our super chat goal tonight, drop some suggestions and I'll take everything into consideration. Make sure that these movies are available on streaming platforms for Erica and myself, and then I'll put together a poll where everyone can vote on the Discord as well as over here on YouTube. Unfortunately, yes, Olivia Hussey is no longer with us, so she will not be coming back for the sequel. That is true. Rest in peace. She's was a very sweet woman and a very talented actress and just a knockout gorgeous gal. But let's get into this story here. Okay, guys, we all know who our favorite B movie actor is of all time, right? I mean, if you're a sane person like me, it's Clint Howard. Ron Howard's brother is in so many amazing little offshoot silly movies. Even his little cameo in the Austin Powers movies are funny. If you've ever seen Ticks, which is a total love letter and a completely absurd B-movie creature feature that is just an homage to those like Roger Corman old school 50s 60s creature features, then you know you love Clint Howard and what he brings to the table. And we've got some news here. This story comes to us by way of Megan Navarro of Bloody Disgusting. The headline reads, Clint Howard reveals new Ice Cream Man sequel plans. How about that? Look at that shot. What a lovely face. Gotta love Clint Howard. Brings so much to the table. He's I'm not even being facetious at all. I think there's just something really dynamic about his performances. I truly do. And the article reads here, Terrifier 3 actor Clint Howard previously revealed that pre-production is underway on a follow-up to the 1995 cult film Ice Cream Man, and the actor recently teased new plot details. Those familiar with Ice Cream Man may wonder how a sequel may be possible, considering Howard's character, Gregory Tudor, was dismembered by his own ice cream mixer. Let me try that sentence one more time because I'm already needing more water. Those familiar with Ice Cream Man may wonder how a sequel may be possible, considering Howard's character, Gregory Tudor. Why can't I say that name right? Tudor. One more time with feeling. Those familiar with Ice Cream Man may wonder how a sequel may be possible, considering Howard's character, Gregory Tudor, was dismembered by his own ice cream mixer. It sounds as though the planned follow-up won't be a direct continuation. Speaking with Bloody FM's Dead Meat at Halloween Horror Nights in celebration of the new Terrifier house, Howard teased that he'd be playing a new Ice Cream Man. Quote, this Ice Cream Man is different. There's not a lot of children in it. And by about page 60, you're going to start to understand why a man would put body parts in his ice cream, end quote. Watch the full clip below. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a clip from the Dead Meat folks. We'll see if we're able to share that. Continuing on with the article here, it says, Howard, who's developing the sequel with wife Catherine... You guys are the best dealing with my silliness. Howard, who's developing the sequel with wife Catherine Cruz and original director Norman Apstein, previously divulged to Bloody Disgusting while on the set of Terrifier 3, quote, it has no similarity to the first one, except that I'm getting hired to play an ice cream man. We're going to make the movie at a modest level, so on this particular trip, Kat and I are really keeping our eyes open and seeing how the Terrifier 3 crew is doing everything. They may not realize it, but they're sharing information with us, end quote. And then it goes on to describe the plot line of the original film. I'll let you guys read that if you would like to. And the very last paragraph here on the article says, it's also worth noting that there's another ice cream movie. The article finishes out with the last paragraph here that says, it's also worth noting that there's another Ice Cream Man movie on the way, but one unconnected to Howard's feature. Eli Roth is also writing and directing an Ice Cream Man horror movie said to be, quote, the story of an idyllic summer town descending into madness when an ice cream man serves kids sweet delights with horrifying results. How about it? All right, so Eli Roth is all over the place. Doesn't look like I can really share this because it's just so large, but if you guys go over to Dead Meat James's Instagram, I would imagine a lot of you guys follow Dead Meat. Let's just look at his face there. Gotta love the Dead Meat channel, but it looks like that's where you can catch some of that interview, and maybe he shares even a little bit more there. But I'm very curious to know what you guys think. I know this is, you know, like they said, 1995 cult film, and, you know, we've seen Clint Howard in all sorts of movies like this. I'm just curious to know what the temperature is. For the folks watching live, are you a fan of the original Ice Cream Man? Are you looking forward to a proposed sequel that maybe has a bit of that Cineverse, you know, Terrifier, Toxic Avenger kind of grit and grime? And if you're watching after the fact, jump on into the comments down below. Let me know your thoughts as well. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Share the channel with someone who you think would dig this kind of content, because we cover horror movie news here all the time. I mean, the big three, the offshoot stuff like Ice Cream Man. We even cover toys, comic books, TV shows, whatever piques our interest, we're going to cover it here. So make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Okay, guys. Wow, so many mistakes. I mean, this is what happens when you talk for 6 hours straight, right? You guys are always so nice in the comments, though. You don't give me too much shit. Ben wants to watch Hellfest. Or should we watch Ice Cream Man? I've never seen it, actually. Never seen the original. Shot by Shot loves it. Hates Halloween, loves Ice Cream Man. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, that's David Naughton from American Werewolf in London. There you go. Let's see here. What else do we got? Looks like we're Cherry's Jubilee. Wonder what flavor that is. Cherry. Yeah, that's a great effect. I mean, that is just great. You don't even have to have a fake head. You just wrap a big old cone around the guy's neck and get him out of frame. I love it. Aaron says, I've never seen any Ice Cream Man movies, so I'm not very interested. I think it's just the one. As far as I know, I think it's just the one. I think, Erica, maybe that ice cream flavor is called My First Period. Could be. Or That Time of the Month. Don't mind us, Davey Deathray. Eric and I are over here having a grand time. Yes, I know. I don't even need... I could just shut the camera off and you guys would just chit-chat with each other. Sean Laughlin says the OG Ice Cream Man is fun. Well, how about it? I need to check it out. I think it's available on Tubi, if I'm not mistaken. So, what do you expect from me? Especially on tonight of all nights. I'm going to be very, very disgusting, yes. Yeah, same here, Davey. Clint Howard always makes me think of ticks when he says, I'm infested. That's one of the greatest lines in horror cinema. It is on Tubi, says Amanda with plenty of attitude. Okay, guys, my stomach is grumbling. I've been talking for almost 6 hours. You guys have been amazing. Before we go, and I should have done this at the beginning of the stream. Sometimes I forget. I've been trying to be better about it. I really appreciate you guys, Patreon members, YouTube channel members, all of the amazing Death Squad mods, everyone who subscribes, everyone who hangs out in the chat and is just a great community member here and is, you know, helping build the community. You guys are amazing. You know, liking the stream, sharing the channel, even just talking about the channel to somebody else. Like, all of that is so incredibly valuable and so amazing. I'm curious to see what our sub count is here before we, you know, say goodnight for the evening. But I also want to shine a light on the folks that gave super chats and channel memberships earlier this evening as well. So right now, guys, we're at 1,743. So we're just, what, 257 subscribers away from hitting our goal of 2,000 subs before Halloween. And one thing I want to let you guys know is I've reached out to a little more than half a dozen people for my marathon. I'm planning a marathon and subathon and fundraiser for the St. Mary's Food Bank here in the Phoenix area. That's going to be on Friday, October 17th. It's going to be like an 8 to 10 hour marathon. And the point of that is I want to raise money for the food bank. They are not affiliated with the church. So if anyone has any reservations about that, I just want to be open about that. They call themselves St. Mary's Food Bank because the building was donated by the St. Mary's Parish. And the St. Mary's Parish also donated them $3,000 to start their charity back in 1967. And what they do in the Phoenix area is they help families in need. They help people that have, you know, food insecurity get food on the table, and they help everyone. So it's not, no one's bumped to the front of the line for any sort of qualifying factor. They just help everyone that they can. And so I want to raise money for that great charity. I think, you know, there's never a bad time to do it, but with how crazy things are and have gotten, just putting some positivity out there and helping people who are in need, I think would be really great. And it's an awesome opportunity to bring some guests on the channel and have some discussions with them about their favorite horror movies for every decade of their life. And so we're going to be chit-chatting about that stuff. And maybe it'll bring some new eyes on the channel. Maybe it'll help us reach our goal. Either way, I think it's well worth doing. I want to do maybe a couple of these a year, a couple marathons where we raise money for a charity would be really, really fun. And so I'm putting all that together. So keep an eye out for that. That's coming down the pike for the rest of the spooky season. I know I'm just blah, blah, blahing now, but I want to also share here all of the super chats and the generous gifts that we're giving out. Just making sure that I'm not missing anything. Erica, you're too sweet. You are amazing, Chester. Thank you so much for being part of our community, man. Yep, there it is. And there it is. All the Death Squad peeps are absolutely amazing. Love spending time with y'all. Same. Love it here. You guys are way too cool. You made me join Discord. Laugh out loud. Looking forward to a watch along. Hell yeah, Davey. Well, welcome on in. We'll welcome you in properly over there. It's a lot of fun on the Discord. It's just a great place. And since you're new, I'll just say this. You ever need to talk to somebody, just reach on out to us. We're very, very sweet people. And not saying that you do, not assuming anything, but just want you to know that we're there for you and we're there for each other. These people have been here for me through like the worst times in my life. So not to be dramatic or anything, but the support's been just unreal. And I'm going to go through the amazing super chats that we got here earlier tonight. So Pumpkin King dropped a $19.99. Big Rod dropped a $5. Pumpkin King with another $19.99. Amanda dropped a $4.99. Big Rod with another $5. Pumpkin King threw down the hammer with a $49.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Big Rod celebrated 13 months of channel membership, which is really cool. That's the longest anyone can be a member because we've only had channel memberships for 13 months. So how cool is that? And then closing things out, Pumpkin King didn't even, if he said goodbye, I must have missed it. He did. This is Pumpkin King's Irish goodbye is boom, 5 channel memberships purchased. Another 5 channel memberships purchased, another 5 and another 5. So 20 channel memberships on top of everything else that was given. So we reached our super chat goal. We got a little extra. It's amazing. You guys are so incredible. And yes, the next stream that'll be over here and not on Discord and not members only is going to be, let me take that off the page here. And how about I bring myself back on over? There we go. The next stream over here that's going to be for everyone is going to be Hit the Bricks Live. That is going to be Monday at 9 p.m. with my guy Lee from Drum Dums and my brother Nick from the Lost River Drive-In. We're very happy to have Nick back. And it should be a good one, guys. We have plenty to talk about, especially with Texas Chainsaw news dropping and all that kind of stuff. So you guys have been amazing. Here we are closing in on 3 hours of this stream. This has been an epic one. I love you all. Thank you so much for the support. Hopefully I see a lot of you guys come on over to the public watch party tomorrow night on Discord, 10 p.m. Eastern. We're watching Pumpkinhead from 1988 starring Lance Henriksen, one of my favorite fall time movies to watch. It's going to be an absolute blast. We have so much fun on Discord. I might even be a little more raw over there. So get ready for that. And yeah. I don't know what else to say, except for until next time, I've been and will continue being Davey Deathray. Take care.